problem.
I really needed.
A good videographer.
And I kept searching.
And searching.
There are so many choices.
It's really hard to find one that has all the things on my list.
But I finally did it.
Yes, yes, yes!
Thank you!
If you were looking for one as well,
look no further.
Here's a really good one.
Just use mine.
Use mine.
I'm very satisfied.
Definitely recommend.
Problem gone.
thank you. I've had this problem.
Big problem.
I really needed.
A good videographer.
And I kept searching.
And searching.
There are so many choices.
It's really hard to find one that has all the things on my list.
But I finally did it.
Yes, yes, yes!
Thank you!
If you were looking for one as well,
Look no further.
Here's a really good one.
Just use mine.
Use mine.
I'm very satisfied.
Definitely recommend.
Problem gone.
thank you. I've had this problem.
Big problem.
I really needed.
A good videographer.
And I kept searching.
And searching.
There are so many choices.
It's really hard to find one that has all the things.
There is no doubt that we had an exceptional time with Barrister T. Beheza last night on the heated issues for the now. That was just part one of our discussion. Tonight, same time, guess who's on board? Barrister Valentine Ghana and the superwoman, Dr. Willie Lobati. We're going to be talking on the same issues, this time broadly. Three topical issues will be: number one, ASSC, post-ASSC, what lies ahead for Ambazonian? What should Ambazonians expect in the days ahead? What is the strategy? Number two, we will look in deeper terms the hypocrisy of the West vis-a-vis the humanitarian collateral damage of the Russian-Ukraine war versus the carnage, the genocide ongoing in the former British Southern Cameroons, today Ambazonia. That notwithstanding, do not forget, I promised to take you through how Mr. Arnold misled Coopers and why he must not escape the whip. You cannot afford to miss tonight's program for anything in the world. It shall be informative and educative. I look forward to seeing you. 8
I've
p.m.
had this problem.
Big problem.
I really needed.
A good videographer.
And I kept searching.
And searching.
There are so many choices.
It's really hard to find one that has all the things on my list.
But I finally did it.
Yes, yes, yes!
Thank you!
If you were looking for one as well,
Look no further.
Here's a really good one.
Just use mine.
Use mine.
I'm very satisfied.
Definitely recommend.
Problem gone.
thank you. I've had this problem.
Big problem.
I really needed.
A good videographer.
And I kept searching.
And searching.
There are so many choices.
It's really hard to find one that has all the things on my list.
But I finally did it.
Yes, yes, yes!
Thank you!
If you were looking for one as well,
Look no further.
Here's a really good one.
Just use mine.
Use mine.
I'm very satisfied.
Definitely recommend.
Problem gone.
thank you. I've had this problem.
Big problem.
I really needed.
A good videographer.
And I kept searching.
And searching.
There are so many choices.
It's really hard to find one that has all the things on my list.
But I finally did it.
Yes, yes, yes!
Thank you!
If you were looking for one as well,
Look no further.
Here's a really good one.
Just use mine.
Use mine.
I'm very satisfied.
Definitely recommend.
Problem gone.
thank you.
The pressures of life come to weigh me down, but I'm not moved by what I see. They come and they go, but I stand strong by His word that lives in me. I am stronger wiser by His Spirit, by His word, oh yeah. I'm moving on to greater heights by His Spirit. I'm marching on to greater heights by His Spirit, by His word. Oh yeah, by His word. Oh yeah. Seasons come and seasons go. Whatever it is, I got victory. I'm a champion, I'm a winner by His Spirit that lives in me. For with me, all things are possible by His Spirit, by His word. Oh, I'm moving on to greater heights by His Spirit. And I'm marching on to greater heights by His Spirit, by His word. Oh yeah, by His word. Oh yeah. Not moved by what I see, no, 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 no. All things are possible with God in me, in me. And I'm moving on to greater heights by His Spirit. And I am marching on to greater heights by His Spirit. Come on, say, I'm moving on to greater heights by His Spirit. I'm marching on to greater heights
Wajaki, I wanna bemboina. Ilalina Jumjangway.
Master Robusta on the beat.
Chum-chama, 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 chum-chama. Gaila, fine coma. Oing a needy, a passiluma. Gaila, just a coma. Oing a needy, a builuma. Gaila, Kikoma. Oing a needy, a buniluma. Gaila, wine coma. Oing a needy, a buniluma. Chum-chama, 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 chum-chama. Kom kuda veteran, ina nikiti. Ina bana wine coma. Wine coma. Ichema wine coma. Wine coma. Ina bana wine coma. Wine coma. Ichema wine coma. Wine coma. Gaila, fine coma. Wine niti ya pastiluma. Gaila, just coma. Wine niti ya builuma. Gaila, kikoma. Wine niti ya buniluma. Gaila, wine coma. Wine niti ya buniluma. Chum-chama, 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 chum-chama. Baba tuma andong mala, bema no ye mala. Ma wenki trafafa ne lungya na matimbu lungya yipinye kia. Fachu manya malo chu manandong masekie machu wainang wain ne fijikide. Ina bana wain koma. Wain koma. Ichema wain koma. Wain koma. Ina bana wain koma. Wain koma. Ichema wain koma. Wain koma. Chum-chama, 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 chum-chama. Na wine bagili asatse na wine bag. Na wine tira kumichi. Bo wine bagili asatse bo wine bag. Bungsu nevarestus. Masnya bana mababla masabana isnya bana fitasitay. Masnya bana mababla masabana isnya bana fitasitay. Gaila, kikoma. Wine niti ya buniluma. Gaila, wine koma. Wine niti ya buniluma. Gaila, fine koma. Wine niti ya pasiluma. Gaila, just koma. Wine niti ya builuma. Gaila, kikoma. Wine niti ya buniluma. Gaila, wine koma. Wine niti ya buniluma. Chum-chama, chum-chama, chum-chama. Who let you from young Fredo? Chum-chama, chum-chama. Ankumte, matichiato divine. Chum-chama, chum-chama. Betonai orashus. Chum-chama, chum-chama. Do de do. Chum-chama, chum-sango money. You de you. Matimba Ronald. Chia Collins alias Papa Joe.
I'm still running today, running away from the place I call home, stumbling on corpses as I fly into the wild. I hear the melody that you're playing on your remote. I see the blood that you spill to Mangfe, our men are perishing. From Kumba to Kumbo, our mothers are wailing. Is this the unity you've been talking about? Is this the oneness that you preach? That you preach every day? Then I cry. How many more must die before we see to talk? How many more? How many more must die? Must fall and die before we see to talk? While we stand aside. How many more must die before we see to talk? How many more? How many more must die? How many more before we see to talk? Ikongne tsaren kabe. Ikongne tsaren kabe. Konga womango Ikongne tsaren kabe. Konga womango Ikongne tsaren kabe. Where is the love for your brother? Where is the love for humankind? Is this the unity you've been talking about? Is this the oneness that you preach?
I've had this problem.
Big problem.
I really needed.
A good videographer.
And I kept searching.
And searching.
There are so many choices.
It's really hard to find one that has all the things on my list.
But I finally did it.
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you.
If you were looking for one as well,
Look no further.
Here's a really good one.
Just use mine.
Use mine.
I'm very satisfied.
Definitely recommend.
Problem gone.
thank you. I've had this problem.
Big problem.
I really needed.
A good videographer.
And I kept searching.
And searching.
There are so many choices.
It's really hard to find one that has all the things on my list.
But I finally did it.
Yes, yes, yes.
Whatever I want, anything I need, anything I want. I'm still running today, running away from the place I call home, stumbling on corpses as I fly into the wild. I hear the melody that you're playing on your ramble. I see the blood that you spill flowing down the riverside. From Mancon to Mangfe, our men are perishing. From Kumba to Kumbo, our mothers are wailing. Is this the unity you've been talking about? Is this the oneness that you preach every day? Then I cry, how many more must die before we see to talk? How many more must fall and die while we stand aside? How many more must die before we see to talk? How many more must die tsarin kabe ikongne tsarin kabe konga wo mango ikongne tsarin kabe konga wo mango ikongne tsarin kabe. Where is the love for your brother? Where is the love for humankind? Is this the unity you've been talking about? Is this the oneness that you preach?
Good evening, fellow Ambazonians. Once again, we're back with Moment of Truth, Season 2, Episode 2. And today we'll be focusing on the Ambazonian National Treasury. I'm sure you would have seen the handbill going all around the place. We will take that really very seriously and we will speak extensively. There are lots of questions that have been asked. What happened? What is happening? What is the way forward? Does your government have a handle on the situation? These are questions that will provide answers today. Who is the fraudster? Who is swindling finances from the interim government? Is this government actually the Bitcoin as per se? Is there anything wrong with Bitcoin? Is the government involved with giving loan to individuals for private use? These are questions that you have answers, not conspiracy theories, but factual information will be granted you. But first, as you warm up your throat and get a cup of tea or whatever to watch, I want you to watch some excerpts coming in from Konengi Principal Prison. That's a donation that was made by the believers of President Sako, those who believe in his vision during ASSC, thought that they could put something together for our prisoners of conscience. I'll be right back. Watch.
Here now, the foodstuff we will receive them today from HSS. Mafri, want to thank you and thank the donors through you. We have received 4 bags of rice, 1 bucket granite, 1 bag salt, onion, 4 carton of tomato, 3 carton of tomato paste, 1 carton of refined oil, spices, crayfish, dry fish, and pepper, with a bag of flour and a bag of charcoal. is Michael from Douala, the coordinator of Douala Prison, talking. We are here with our fellow brothers. All of them are here. Those who carried together the bag, the food stuff and bring. I thank you, Mafri, the coordinator of HSS. I thank you very much. And I thank also the donor through you. May God continue to strengthen you people. Stay blessed. Here now, the foodstuff we receive them today from HSS. Mafri, want to thank you and thank the donors through you. We have received 4 bags of rice, 1 bucket granite, 1 bag salt, onion, 4 carton of tomato, 3 carton of tomatoes paste, 1 carton of refined oil, spices, crayfish, dry fish, and pepper, with a bag of flour and a bag of charcoal. Is Michael from Douala, the coordinator of Douala Prison, talking. We are here with our fellow brothers. All of them are here. Those who carried together the bag, the food stuff and bring. I thank you, Mafri, the coordinator of HSS. I thank you very much. And I thank also the donor through you. May God continue to strengthen you people. Stay blessed.
Accept warm greetings from Yaoundé today, the 16th of March, Wednesday 2022. We are delighted to present to you these food items donated by HSS to the Anglophone detainees at the Yaoundé Central Prison. As you can see here, we have 2 bags of granules. Here we have 2 bags of granules, a carton of Maggi cube, 2 bags of salt, 20 liters of refined oil. We have smoked fish. We have Elena tomato, 5 cartons. Here we have 7 bags of rice. Here we have 7 bags of charcoal. Here we have 7 bags of charcoal.
Fellow Ambazonians, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. The videos you were watching was evidence, testimony as to the work that your interim government is doing. We would like you to despise contrary information. The interim government has always done the work, has always pioneered every work that you found or you find in the home front, either in the prisons across the national territory of Ambazonia and French Cameroon. I'm talking about the two Cameroons in Nigeria or in Ghana. It has always been the interim government taking responsibility at all dimensions. Whether it has to do with the sticks that our boys need, the interim government takes responsibility. And we even have testimony. They know that without the interim government, the struggle would have been a full stop long time ago. Okay, today we're going to be talking elaborately on an aspect, on an issue in the struggle that has created a lot of controversy. In-house or insiders with political agenda, I would say evil political agenda, come to you to give contravening information, unsubstantiated, without any evidence. Now, it is their word against ours. It is their word against the Ambazonian Foundation. The facts are there. In the United States of America, where the Ambazonian Foundation, aka Ambazonian, the National Treasury, or the Ambazonian Treasury, cannot hide figures. We're talking about the United States of America that has every mechanism to track facts, to track details. In today's program, Moment of Truth, Season 2, Episode 2, we are going to be talking about the Ambazonian National Treasury in a very particular way. But even before we get started, yesterday night, Katano's crying baby with his watery nose, Chris Arnold, sent out an audio lamenting. It was not only paradoxical, his audio, it was stupid. You know, one thing that is good about his audio is a positive proof of the litmus test. The Ambazonian CID, they say something can happen and lead to something else. I'm going to explain what I mean by it is a positive litmus test. The Ambazonian or the CID is a proof for you to compare the worth of what Mr. Arno has been telling you with the facts. And you may start understanding the previous two programs I had this week. I gave to you snippets as to how Mr. Arno misled coopers, coup plotters, coopers, poopers, special institutions, federalists, and why I think he must be whipped. But above all, you that have chosen to be mundane, you have denied to see. You need two whips. If we're giving Anu one, you need two. What do I mean? He came and he told you they have the numbers. It is just easy for those coopers, poopers, coup plotters to pay their CID and allow those who believe in Dr. Sacco, who think that a woman is not going to sit in her room in the UK, being engineered by a Bongo Harrison in Italy, and take a CID. I would say she's a hacker. Number one, she is not a member of the Ambazonian Foundation. Number two, the Ambazonian Foundation did not authorize her picture to be published as a purported Cooper's president on the website. Number three, she's committed another crime, very treasonous crime, attempting to change account details and to swindle your money. Now, those who have been informed, the president had not even made any statement, and Ambazonians were withdrawing their funds. Then crying baby, Chris Arno, with a watery nose, yesterday was crying, fraudster. Who is the fraud? Is it you, Mr. Arno, who does not have a receipt of his own CID? And who wants to take money from those? Listen, the CID is compulsory for those who are willing. Listen to me. It is compulsory for those who are willing. And if people believe in, and Ambazonians in their hundreds and thousands were paying the CID as a litmus test today, not because of the lady in London, but because of the president. We should not allow rascals take the stage in our day. Proof, litmus test, positive. Hundreds of Ambazonians are withdrawing because they hear Marianta. A lot of them, my phone is saturated. If I can just send to you. Or now, I am not even in the Treasury. I am not Mrs. Yangme. I'm not Madame Irengwa. But you can imagine the number of calls. I'm talking about hundreds and hundreds and thousands of Ambazonians withdrawing their CID. When they hear the name that starts with an M, they are vexed in their spirit. And crying baby, I enjoy his audio, even though I think he will have to be restrained from misleading Ambazonians, but it was a positive note. It was a proof that as empty as he is, he just told Coopers, listen, I used to tell you I have some authority, but I don't have it. I just have a big mouth with empty words. Yes, because if Ambazonians were listening to him, there will be no need to cry. Nobody will unsubscribe. You know, I've been talking a lot these days. Without any waste of your time, let us get into the bliss of the moment. And with me, behind the stage, will be none other but Mrs. Victorine Yakni, chairperson of the Ambazonian Foundation. And I can see some of you already calling the name. Madame Irengwa, Deputy Secretary of the Treasury and Resource Mobilization. I know you cannot wait to hear from these two. These are eloquent, elegant, intelligent, brave ladies. You do not want to miss 1 minute of this program. Stay tuned. Good evening, mommies. Good evening, ladies. You're welcome. If you can hear me, just say hi.
Yes.
I'm glad to have you. You're all looking so precious this evening. And like I said, we're gonna have a great time. We're gonna have a really great time. So much for us to say. I don't know if I should I think I'm going to hand the floor over to you and just listen and maybe try to moderate as best as I can. But you will definitely cue us in because the concerns are many. We need to know where to start, how to start. Okay, whoever is going to take the floor. Number one question is what has been happening with our treasury? That's why we're here today. Ambazonians want to know the truth. How dare you allow the president take our money to invest in Bitcoin? You have to talk that now.
Oh, sis.
Who is starting?
Oh, boy. We don't tire,
Now,
right?
there's no gentleman. These are all ladies here. I will preferably
Oh, God.
allow you. You're both involved in finances. If Ambazonians, these are the
Gosh.
ladies that are at the hem of your finances. So talk to them.
Yeah.
I'm all ears. I'll be
Oh,
listening.
Jesus, sis.
Wow.
So they
Let
forgot
me
your
just,
name.
I know,
You've now become
um,
one woman.
I know, I'm the yang and the ayang, but my fellow Ambazonians, my fellow viewers, my fellow world sympathizers, my mothers, my fathers, sisters, brothers, comrades in this struggle, I want to greet you. This is Maviki. I'm here with my sister Ma Irene and Comrade Paddy, and Ma Irene and I are in the National Treasury, and we want to shed some light. We want to put some light in the darkness from the coup plotters. We want to educate you. We want to give answer your questions. We want to clarify some of the untruths that are out there, and we want to make it so that you can live here and block your ears to all the noise that's out there. We want you to know that the days of Skakuf and the people that went and formed their government before this government, Ayuk Tabe, those days are over. We have new sheriffs in town, and you're going to see some actions as we go. Thank you very much for having me, Comrade Paddy.
Okay, Mom.
Yeah. Yeah. My dear brothers and sisters, let me just take this opportunity, first of all, to really thank all of you who donated towards our prison gesture that our president ordered. Unlike what you heard that Mai Ringwa was so broke, she was raising money into her private accounts. Um, it was because we're raising money to feed our brothers and sisters that are suffering in Kondangi. So I'm so happy that we had the pictures to show that we were raising money for them. You know, like my sister said, we are new sheriffs in town. We are here to really just want to let our people know that we need to remain very focused, because at the end of the day, this is the government of the people of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. Ground zero depends on us. The IDPs depend on us. The prisoners depend on us to eat, and the refugees depend on us. So we don't have that much time. The reason that you don't hear so much from us is because we are busy doing the work. You cannot be busy doing the work and be busy talking at the same time. You can tell we are housewives, we are mothers, we are running on the weekend, trying to cook, trying to clean, but we really just wanted to take this time to come and educate the Ambazonia people, like my sister said, about what is happening with our treasury. So we are so happy that you have opened your homes to us today. Thank you so much, Paddy, for having us.
I'm glad and I'm excited having you. And none of you has started telling us. You're not telling us why you would have to. Okay, let me go direct. What happened in the treasury when Richard Tango was chairperson? Just summarize it very briefly and let us know exactly what happened. or what was happening and what is happening?
So let me let the president and the chair lady of the board start, because she's the one that really believed in Richard Tango, whereas I was the skeptical one. So I'm gonna let her really say it from her point, then I will come in, because she really can enlighten this house about a lot of things.
Yes, Ma Victorine, you've been on the board for a while. Talk to us. What happened? Yes, you trusted him. Why? So, what were those things that happened that you thought were not appropriate and you believe that Ambazonians are supposed to be informed? We're going to go into some details. Information. I'm going to prop you up to give answers to the people, but just give to us a resume of what happened.
Everybody who knows how I work know that as it concerns this struggle is I'll say 200%. When I got into the National Treasury, I met my sister Ma Irene there, and I met Richard there. And I worked there as the financial secretary. And so I was the one that, that everybody who knows me knows what I do. Keep all the records of your finances, make sure everything is where it needs to be and nothing comes out that doesn't need to come out. And I worked very closely with Richard. Richard was my boss, the Secretary of State of the National Treasury. We worked hand in glove. What I mean by that, every requisition that came through me had to go to Richard for approval. So of course, if anything came in, I had to talk to him about it, clarify some things, ask some questions if there were things that I didn't quite know how to handle. Sometimes I have him talk to people when the people, everybody wants money, but they don't like the rules. They don't seem to like that you are trying to make sure everything is straight. So they want that when they ask, you just give without questions. And sometimes I have to send them to Richard because it's like you don't want to hear anything I have to say. Maybe the next person you hear what they have to say, because we have rules and regulations and that have to be followed. And anytime somebody went to Richard for stuff, he had to reach out to me too, because I have the data, I have all the information that he needs sometimes to even give an answer to any question. So to tell you how much I work with Richard, I work with Richard just about every day. I work with Richard so much so that even my little son in the house knows that name Richard. Because every time he came near me, I was on the phone. Richard, he didn't know who was Richard, but he just knew we worked a lot. And so if I say that I was shocked, if there's another word for shock, I can take that and use it today. Because I was shocked to my bone. In fact, I haven't gotten out of my shock yet. That the person that I worked with, trusted, just believed in, thought he was giving his all and was taking us to Boya, was steering and turning us to go to Yaoundé. So that's my shock. But Richard was the Secretary of State of the National Treasury, and his job was to approve requisitions and also just to oversee, together with Ma Irene, to run, the Ambazonian National Treasury. That was his job. And I'm finding out now that Richard had some other intentions, talking to people. Sometimes when things don't happen, you don't really know people. Richard was very busy calling people behind and trying to turn them against us. And he cannot deny that, because we have people that are ready to speak. There are people out there. Richard was calling 2-3 times. He works in the background. That's another thing with him. He doesn't come to meetings, but even when he comes, he sits there and listens. When he doesn't come, he goes and asks people what was said. And his own work is to steer things from the back. So don't be surprised as we are sitting here, he's busy calling people and trying to turn them against us. That's what I found out, which is a very sad thing.
I also understand, before I come to you, Ma Irene, I understand that there was a time
he chose to ignore my Irene. You know, my Irene has always played the role of the whistleblower within the interim government. My Irene, Ochiba, the two of them have some traits. They say some things, and it is easy to say it is a conspiracy theory, and then it comes to pass. And then sometimes now, if she wants to talk, it's difficult for you to even protest because they do so with a lot of passion. Before I go to my Irene, I understand that you and him were signatories in the accounts, and then he unilaterally kicked you out of some of the accounts. Do you want to give that details?
Okay. So we have several accounts. And the account that is in Europe, the European account. He was in that account. I was there. Blaise Che, the treasurer, was there. And Comrade Tani Eno, who was formerly the Controller General, was there. Just as a viewer, you know. So we're all there. And one day I get up and I think I was just cruising through my email to, you know, catch up before I go off to work or something. And I saw this email that says you've been kicked out of an account, that account. I'm like, what is going on? So I called him. Oh, I think I sent a message. No, I forwarded the email to him. And then I sent him a message. I'm like, what is this? You know, and he goes, oh, I'm so sorry I didn't tell you before I did that. I took you out. I took your private email out of there because, you know, the way it's set up, we get email notifications when payments come in. He said he took me out because he wanted to use my Ambazonian Foundation email instead. That for security's sake, he doesn't want our private emails in there. He wants to use the Ambazonian Foundation email. That I should give him my email. I have an Ambazonian Foundation email, and if you ask me if I've used it, I've never really used it. So I think he was thinking that I will not know it to give him, but I went and looked for it. I sent it to him. He was a little bit shocked. And then I said, can you go ahead and add me back on? He goes, I'll give it to Comrade Blaise to add you on. I'm like, why do you need to give it to Comrade Blaise? You took me out, but you don't know how to add me on. What's going on? He goes, why are you sounding like that? You know, some of these people, they have a way to make you look like you are the one who's crazy, right? Yeah. So he goes, why are you behaving like that? What's going on? Why the push? I said, I need to be in there to do my job. Remember, I have to get the notifications when payments come in. He goes, what is really the reason? Can you imagine? He says I should tell him what is really my reason for pushing. So I said, my reason is because I need that information to do my job. And at that moment, I had 3 payments that people were contacting me and saying they had some issues that I had to go in and verify. He said I should send them to him for him to go and verify those payments. That's when my antenna just stood up. And then him and I went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. At the end, he sends me a message. Oh, and then I also asked him, I said, have you honored the 2 requisition from ABC TV? He goes, what requisition? Where's the information I asked you? I said, I sent it to you 3-4 days ago. He goes, I didn't see it. I sent it to him again. Then I asked him, did you honor the president's requisition? He says, I didn't see it. I went and looked for it and I sent it to him. Then after that, he writes to me and says, he does not honor any more requisition. All requisitions have to go to the Restoration Council. What?
I seriously.
I said, Richard, when did you start respecting Restoration Council? Is it the same Restoration Council that called you and you came and told us you didn't go? Or is it a different Restoration Council? When did you start taking orders from the Restoration Council? That was the end of our conversation. That's the sad thing about it. That was it. That's when I finally realized where Richard belongs.
Yeah. So we have ended there. We're going to bounce. Ma Irene, please try to paint a picture. of your relationship with Richard Tango. One
You know
thing
what I'm
that I know
laughing?
about you that I can testify, the president calls you Queen of Passion. And I don't think there is any better description of you. And I also think that you're honest. That's my perception, contrary to what whoever thinks. Just tell us. You always like things done and done quickly, proactively, and straight. What was
Yep.
your relationship, working relationship with Richard Tango?
You know what I'm laughing? I'm laughing because my sister forgot to tell you that when I started questioning Richard so badly, she says, "Sis, everything is fine." So that's why I'm sitting there laughing at her. She was like, "Sis, everything is fine." I said, "Then I need the president's requisition paid now, like now. Get it paid." She started saying, "Sis, I knew she has a, we've known each other. We went to college together, so we don't just talk numbers. We studied numbers in school, so she knows me more than anyone in this revolution, and she knows how passionate I am because this is not about us, honestly. Let me just make sure we understand that there's so many people that say, Dr. Sako came and changed everything. No, this treasury, me and Richard Tango were board members of this treasury in the days of Ayok Tabe. So I want to establish
Okay.
that. That's how far back we have been in this treasury. So when we started seeing people do funny things, we replaced them as board members. So replacing board members is not something that is new. It was fine. Richard and I had a great relationship. Strategy. I do a lot of strategies. I'm very conceptual when it comes to leadership. Think 6 years in advance what to do. So every time I will build these strategies, I will call Richard. I will share it. He'll be like, "Oh, great, great." Ask me a few questions. What is your roadmap here? I will explain. One of the things that really troubled me when the president called me to become the deputy secretary of the National Treasury. I hate when people are not informed about a few things. I took that job with a few things in mind to change. Coming from resource mobilization as director, I did not like the fact that Resource Mobilization Directorate did not understand how much money we had coming in every month, how much money we had going out, so that we can inform the people of Ambazonia about our finances. And I realized they had about board members in the treasury, none of them had ever been given a comprehensive, um, a
Report.
comprehensive report about how much comes in, how much goes out. That should be the job that board members should be doing at least every month, knowing that, hey, you come from Mezam, 7 local governments in Mezam. This is who is paying the most CID. This is who is not paying CID. Let's benchmark and come up with strategies to build. So that's a very strong part of me. So I started asking. I came in as deputy secretary. Richard started changing because I wanted to see all the bank accounts. I wanted to see the balances. I wanted to see the passwords. I started asking some critical questions like, so what goes out? And just for the record, me and Ma Victorine, we are on what is being paid. I started questioning in the back, why are we paying this money here? And Richard said to me, your job is just to look and not ask questions. I say, hell no, that's not going to work. I need to ask some questions because I'm just not going to be paying money, not knowing. Just give me a second, I'll be done in a minute. I'm not just going to be paying
No, go
money
ahead. I'm
if
enjoying
I
what you're saying.
okay, if I'm paying money 5 times on a project and I don't see the results, I need to ask questions. Why are we spending money? Is this project working? Is it not working? So Richard said, you don't ask. And I said, no, it's not going to work for me. At some point, I started texting the big dog because came to realize you have John Ngyawan who has access, master access to the back end of the CID, who is supposed to be defense, but he's a pastor, doesn't know anything. He has access to the back end. And my sister can tell you that really troubled me. I started questioning, like, why does he have access? Then I realized that Abongwa put him there for a reason. See, this is a coup d'etat that has been planned very well by Abongwa Harrison. Abongwa put
Yeah.
John Ngyawan there almost gave John a contract. How do you work for this government? And they want to give you a contract so that you can go and produce ID cards. That's a violation of ethics, and it's not going to stand to these two ladies here. It's not going to work for us. So I started questioning that, kept questioning, then realized that Abongwa and John were trying to pay Amit because he's managing the back end CID, and the president is like, "Can you let these women do their job?" But Abongwa won't. Abongwa is sticking his nose in there because he and Nyawa know what they
Abongwa
were
was the
planning in the back end.
president. He was the
No, Abongwa
president
is
of
supposed.
himself.
No, he was a
Right.
vice president, but he had his own agenda.
Yeah.
So what happened is they paying this guy in Ghana. Me and my sister complain $500 a month. I'm like, I'm gonna lose my mind here. Why are you paying this guy? I can show you screenshot. I started texting the guy. When they kill people in Guzang, my village, Abongwa wasn't worrying about us sending money to the people that were killed. He was worried about sending money to John and Gawan. I'm like, no, sir, this is not gonna happen. We sent John to buy this thing. Why is he adding this purchase? You know, so that's where people don't like me. And honestly, I really don't care to be liked. So far as I'm doing the right thing for my people, I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to do work that I was appointed to do and hopefully get respected for the work I do, not being liked. So I question everything. So when I saw this, I called my sister. I said, see, something is happening. One of my very passionate younger sister in the revolution said, Ma Irene, we cannot keep stressing for money like this. She invested $40,000 of her own money to hire lawyers to come to see how can we work as Ambazonians, those that are paying the struggle, to start thinking when we get home, this is what we will benefit. Sis, remember she came and presented in the National Treasury.
Yeah.
Everybody loved it, Paddy. Richard Tangu calls her in the back and tell her, why don't you present this to Choayaba? That's when all my antennas were turned on. And I started watching everything, started asking every question.
Rewind from when Richard Tango calls her on the back. I want your mouth to say that statement again. To who?
No, to one of my sisters. She can talk, but I'm not going to call
So
her
you're
name.
saying
But
that
if the
Richard
day,
Tango called her to say she should go
yes,
give the project to Cho Ayaba.
Ayaba, yes. And my sister came to this house, told
Ambazonians
me
that are
and my
watching,
husband.
please. Arrange just a moment. All those watching on Facebook, tell poopers, coopers, cooplotters, whatever name you give to them, and get your whip for them because some of them will have to be whipped. Remember that we are whipping them, plus their master, Chris Arnold. Tell them to come and listen. And these ladies are not just going to talk, they will show you proof. Remember that when Chris Arnold, I say he's crazy, so I understand when you start calling him crazy Arnold. When he was talking, he came on his platform one day to say, after all, I do not have evidence. These women have evidence. Yes, they have assured me that. Irene, please continue. So keep sharing and just put hashtag moment of truth. I want to see that moment of truth, followed by Ambazonia is free. Do it. Tell poopers to come and listen to us.
So anyway, so when he told my sister, I said, why don't you present this project to Choayaba? My sister came and told me, Irene, this Richard Tango is not for us. He's against this struggle. She said, I put so much money in this project and this is what I get. And she even presented, she's paying for it as an Ambazonian sister. She said, we need to go home. So this is why Vicky was there. All of us were there when she came and presented. Finished presenting in our front and left. I gave her number to Richard Tango, thinking that maybe he was calling her to ask more questions about the project, not knowing that Richard called her and said, why don't you present this to Choyaba? For facts. Yes.
Okay. I think there's something you have just revealed about, we're going back to the transition where Richard now thought that a restoration council, because he should Of course, every Secretary of State is supposed to read the Constitution. Every Secretary of State is supposed to know what the Constitution say as to who signs requisitions. Now, let us know. You have said this a couple of times. Can you prove to Ambazonians that the president only ratifies requisitions and really doesn't even have a signatory into any of the accounts? Ma Victorine, please.
Okay. Like I said before, we have several accounts. And the president of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia, Dr. Samuel Sako Ekome, does not know our accounts. Does not even, if you put them in front of him, he will not recognize them. Why? Because requisitions that the president signs are originated from the presidency by a person that is assigned to do that. Everybody in this revolution has their own role to play. When the
So who is that
president
person,
has a
please?
plot,
Who is that person that is assigned to handle requisitions at the level of the presidency?
I'll just
It's the
call him Dr. Myron,
Dr.
go
M.
ahead. Dr. M, let's just call
He is
him
the,
Dr. M.
yeah, Dr. MT.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
Dr. M works at the presidency. He's been there for a long time. He's the one that originates requisitions based on projects that they've sat in their little committee and decided to undertake. Then he sends it to the president and the president approves it by signing. So the president doesn't even originate requisitions. Then the requisitions, okay, we have two routes of approval of requisitions. The one from the president goes directly to Richard because all requisitions have to be approved by the president unless they're just LGAs and counties pass through requisitions, then he doesn't need to do that. But any expenditure from the National Treasury was approved by the president or the vice president. That was it. So the president signs it, sends it to Richard, and Richard checks with me because remember, I have to be sure the money is there and it's the money that's set aside for that, and that because he doesn't know it half of the time. So that's how those requisitions were approved. But the other route of requisition is LGA and county monies. You remember during draft, some of them send their monies to National Treasury. Those requisitions are sent to me. I cross-check, make sure the right persons have signed it and that the monies are actually available. And then I send it to Richard, and then Richard checks back with me to make sure, we do the double check, and then he sends it through to the treasurer to disburse. So the president, just like the president doesn't know. That's why when I heard the things about he went and took money, I'm thinking, where did he go and take that money? Because the man doesn't even know the accounts.
Okay, Ma Irene, I'm coming back to you. This whole Bitcoin brouhaha, blah, blah, blah. And some have used it and given it a title, or I would say give the interim government a title. They call it a Bitcoin. I think it's primitive of them. In my opinion, even though I'm not a policymaker of the government, in my opinion, there's nothing wrong. The US government is involved with Bitcoin. And there are even assertions that Putin, while they are blocking his accounts, is financing his war via Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is a legal medium for transaction. So you must be a primitive man to have a problem with Bitcoin. But the concern right here, right and now, is the fact that the president has used the monies from the National Treasury to invest. The president and wife have been accused, though no one has proven. Even Richard Tango, not that he's a Cooper, Pooper, or whatever, he should, if there was any evidence to back up that statement, I'm sure they would have brought it. But then, perhaps you guys are so good and clinical that you're hiding it. Talk to us a little bit more. Why would the president, and why did the president use money from National Treasury to invest in Bitcoin? And are you aware of any investments in Bitcoin? If yes, why was that done with the finances from the Treasury?
You know, Paddy, honestly, we're not really here to waste time to talk about irrelevant people. Let me just make sure we put this clear. There's certain names that calling them on this platform is giving them relevance because they're insignificant. So wasting our energy that we should be cooking for our families to talk about some irrelevant people is not what we're here for. Honestly, because these people that are calling my sister so-called Yangni used to wake us up at 2 a.m. in the morning with Abongwa
Yeah.
because ABC was shut down. We would get up, leave our husbands in bed. Our courses, how we are yawning, going through
Yeah.
every local government, making phone calls in the middle of the night. Hey, you never support ABC. We see say you get 700, we'll take $200. If you approve them, where would they still if we call tomorrow? No, we get another because ABC don't shut down by morning time. Right? Honestly, these two women that one of them they don't even know the name anymore. Those are the people that caught us the most. How funny is that? So honestly, giving relevance, when you call some people, you're giving them relevance. So we're not here to relevant. We're too much to be giving relevance to people that don't deserve it. But what I will say here, categorically clear for all Ambazonians to listen to this. You choose not to listen, go do lies. I have friends that have blocked them off my page because two things I don't do in life. I don't do gossip. I really don't. I'm too busy for gossip. I don't do hearsays in my life. For some people, I could talk this thing now for pidgin because English not is sweet sometimes. We get some man for Guzang. So mommy day for Guzang will die, right? Any Guzang piki will watch me now go no na. Ibo breated na so we call it a mad woman. It be mad. When that mommy grind bitter leaf pass put away, I don't know so you get die tomorrow. So you come back
Yeah.
for fight, you just see that you see bitter they don't give. No, John knows say pack your thing there, would he die, right? So it get to a point nobody really pay attention for you anymore because na crazy woman. As you can't see bitter leaf, John say, oh, now they can't die for me, but bread don't put bitter leaf. They don't call the Dr. Sako and they say don't turn like that, mommy, but bread where they can't put bitter leaf. Anything we pass the Sako in must enter. He said, what kind of madness is this? This man's wife is somebody I love and we respect. It's a woman that cares for Ambazonia sisters. She really does love us like sisters, all of us Ambazonia sisters, because we have a bond. The bond we have is that the only thing we can talk about is Ambazonia.
That's
In the
true.
morning we talk Ambazonia. In the afternoon we talk Ambazonia. If my minute talk Ambazonia, I know I spend my phone call. Cause I call you for 2 minutes, begin the die, wait till I talk for you for 3 hours for. So because that's our life. So we care about each other a lot. Let me say this. If anybody want to listen to me today, listen clear. One time, because I don't want to waste my energy for the talk gossip and just unnecessary talk. Dr. Sako's wife, Dr. Sako doesn't even know how to borrow money for who will give us money. Do we look like women that somebody can penetrate? The man doesn't even have access to Amazonia people's money. Why are people making these stories? I mean, why do you just make stories about somebody that you have no proof? And then you take it to his wife. But those of you who are skimming around, taking money from La Republic, buying homes in Ghana, putting your mothers there, you're not talking about it. You're not. Talk about the homes you've bought in Ghana to put your mothers. Talk about how you met with La Republic to take passports from your mother. That's what Ambazonia needs to know. How did you do that? Can we switch these conversations to how some people tell us how some people that were fighting there in the United States, how did they get here? Stop
And when
talking
they
about
met with
irrelevant.
Frundi, sis,
When they
let
met
us
with
let them
Frundi,
tell
see,
us what they talked about when they met with
what did they
Frundi
talk
in
about?
secret until Frundi had to let
Yes,
us know they met. What were you talking
yes.
about in that
What are
hotel?
we talking about?
That's what
When
we
you
need
met
to
with
know.
Moon, that's what we need to know. Stop calling Dr.
And
Sako.
sis, let me just tell you something. Please let me say this. You know what I've discovered, Comrade
No,
Paddy?
mommy.
Since I joined the National Treasury in the days of Ayuk Tabe and Tabenyang, what I've discovered is that people do not like Dr. Sako for one reason and one reason only. He has stood in the way of them eating.
Yes.
If you look around, from the time I joined this struggle, from the time President Sako came on, all the people, I can actually do some dots and connect them. Every single person that says they don't like this man, go and check it. There was some place, some hole that was leaking and they were eating from, and he has blocked it.
That's
We
it.
can have this conversation on another day, Paddy.
Yes,
All
and
of
we
it.
can give you
Thank you, Mom.
evidence.
Thank you, Mayani. You have just helped me to remember something that I did not want to forget. Ambazonians, you're watching, right? Did you now understand why they wanted a one cuckoo out? Do you get it? Mayani just told you. If you don't get it, let me give you a story. The poopers, coopers, coup plotters, those who were expecting elections, saw these ladies as a threat in the cabinet. So they would intimidate them. They wanted them out of their way. That's one side of the story. So they had to paint every picture to make you see them very bad. The women were obstacles to them. And the president so trusted Abongwa that he gave every responsibility to Abongwa. And it was difficult for these women to work. That's the fact. Go and tell Abongwa to deny it. He was the final full-stop decision maker. He was the president on its own. And that is why he now thought that he owned the APP. Now, some of you who are saying Dr. Sako is a dictator, no dictator allows an arrogant fellow that has no mandate as per the constitution to have so much power in running his government. The president doesn't micromanage. I can tell you out of experience. When he gives you responsibility, sometimes you come back to ask questions as to what to do. He will not even respond to your message. When you bring a result, that is when he can now respond. I'm telling you facts. He now responds to now give an adjustment or congratulate you. As he gives you a responsibility and you come back asking question, you might call, he will not pick your call. So forget about fraudsters. I want to link something we discussed yesterday into what this woman just said now.
Comrade Paddy, please, before you talk about that, let me just say something else. Remember,
Yes,
we've talked about requisitions by the president, right?
Yes.
I want the people of Ambazonia to know that the vice president, former vice president, Dr. Bongwa, equally wrote requisitions.
Yep.
Ma Arinye can attest to that because we are on a forum where requisitions came through.
Yes.
Are they trying to say that Dr. Bongwa also has access to the accounts? He does not. But he equally wrote requisitions that got approved and passed through because the president trusted him and put a lot of projects in his hands. That's how come him and Abongwa did their deeds. Okay? So let him know, he cannot stand anywhere and deny that he did not write requisition because we have proof. Okay?
We have proof.
But we have another day for all these proofs.
We have another day for another show.
On a forum where we are all part of. So
yes.
This is, we're not just talking. I'm not talking out of it. Everything I'm saying right here, there's proof somewhere.
We have proof.
If he can come out and say he didn't write requisitions, then the proofs are gonna start coming out.
Oh, sis, if they want to come out
requisitions.
Or if you want to come out and say they didn't wake us up in the middle of the night to say there's no money for ABC, we have proof.
There you go.
So there's nothing. We're not just sitting here talking because we're trying to take. No, I don't take. I come up buy fresh water, leave at 1 quarter. I don't get chance. Not because I want to talk. No, it's because we want Ambazonia people to understand the truth. There's something called sabotage, and there's something called truth. I'm the one that finally say, took when Blaise chair. So let me make sure I linked something here. You should understand. Blaise chair. Just so you know, Blaise chair's brother almost killed Patasang yesterday in prison. They have that Blaise chair stays inside in California. Since nobody will find out, nobody will say for Google. It's linked to the chair in prison. Whatever chair, Dr. Chair, Fidelis, is Blaise chair's big brother. So we did not.
So
I have the information.
In prison is in connection with Blaise chair.
Yeah, it's Blaise chair's big brother. We didn't even know all of this, okay? But Blaise Chair is the secret. Have you ever seen Richard Tango? Richard Tango is the brother to the other man, what they call him?
Fayengo
Fayengo. Fayengo, Francis, who killed all our people in Legnos, who is the director of DDR. Richard Tango donates his money out of this government because he supports Bush Rambo, who fights with AMF or ADF, whatever. Yes, I have proof because we've had those arguments when our
So you
lava storm
have proof
project was
of what you're saying now. That's what I just want to be sure.
any anything I say, I'm ready to say. Call Richards, put him now, right here. I'll start talking again. I'll repeat every word I've said now. I don't lie. I don't have any reason to lie. Okay, so
And I
Richard Tango.
want to talk about the Bitcoin. So
Yes, we're coming there.
Richard should come and give us the Bitcoin. Let Richard come and tell us about the Bitcoin.
Let Richard come.
Another thing is that they are so good at flooding around,
Jesus.
like buzzwords, things that will get people shook up and make people support them.
Emotionalized.
Untruths, yes, whatever they can shout and scream and make people support them, but they're all lies. And I feel so sorry for people who they're like sheep, they are going in front and they're just following and they have no idea what's going on. Trust but verify.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paddy,
And that's why I thought that I was going
let me
to give
ask something
Islam
about
1
Bitcoin
week.
again.
All the troopers listening to
Please
me
don't call
deserve
that
to.
name. That name is not, please. That name can make somebody throw up. Don't disturb our energy with this ugly name, please. I'm begging
Okay, go
you.
ahead, go ahead.
For the purpose of
Forgive
today,
me.
that name is not. It's too irrelevant. If not see person the crazy, you go shout some woman in name woman. There's so many people that you thought they were men in this revolution, but they are women. They don't wear pants, but some people wear skirt. Since remember that time with this
Yeah,
school,
yesterday we
we used to
actually
have.
saw him crying and Kata was coming out from his
Please,
nose.
you are obsessed with that madness too. Go. Don't. We are not here to talk about that nonsense. The thing we are saying here is some people that you see them, they wear pants. They like those village girls that like this and now village girl when na $200 he pay for 2019 draft 2020 he pay $300. Then you talk say they don't give you money for treasury. Which money? You didn't even pay CID. Your man no dey pay CID. Your man not there for tuber local government. Una dey work and cry like village picking them. Then when I take these men, they will be chasing and men. Then they wear a skirt. That kind of skirt will not even get rope for tire. That's all that. So why do you think you want to waste our energy here to talk about some women in skirts calling themselves men? We're not interested in that, honestly. But let's talk about this Bitcoin. Richard Tango, if you are man enough, face me and my Victorine Yangni and talk about this lie. Because Richard Tango, what you have not told Ambazonia people is that you brought somebody to scam this government with $50,000. Tango, make sure you bring that money back. Because all of you are hiding money. You remove our money, go and hide and say that Dr. Tako has taken money. Has Dr. Tako seen the checkbook of Ambazonia? So let's talk for a minute about this Bitcoin. I see I'm for some New York place that they pay pizza with Bitcoins. Bitcoin is not a crime. Only dumb people. That's why some people are poor forever in this wasting world.
Yeah.
Because they don't know that there's something called investment. I don't do Bitcoin. I've never done it. Not because it's a bad thing. I wish I knew when Bitcoins were. If I been know
So
when it
what do
was
you
doing
invest in?
great,
What do you invest in?
Paddy, I invest in property.
Okay,
You've
keep it for
heard me.
yourself if you don't want to read that.
I'm not going to discuss, but we are not poor women by any chance. We have been blessed, and I've seen people floating my name out with Bitcoin. Now, I don't invest in Bitcoin, not because I don't think it's a good thing. I do have other things I make money from. True investment, not trying to scam people by coming up with some useless TV station and you are calling about people to. If you not do some man go get a business, can't call you can't give him money, you go give him money. You get shares for that business. How people Ambazonian when I learn for smart, meet me and my Victoria, we are financial gurus. We can to help you to grow. Because if you are putting your money in somebody's business, you don't have shares. Are you not dumb? Honestly.
Oh,
Ma
Comrade
Victory,
Paddy.
you mentioned something that anyone who hates Dr. Sacco is because there is a route that he has blocked. In confirmation of this, there is a 135,000. That's just one. There's another one that this same group of people who wanted the one cocoa, one tire out of government had taken money. It baffles me how poopers, coopers, coup plotters have chosen not to ask these people, are they really dummies, like Ma Irene is saying? Because they are dummies to a point where a man who almost hijacked a state TV now has his TV and you want to invest in it, and then you're thinking you should now. Are you let us talk a little bit on those monies that were taken by this. I need to call some of these names, by the Egyawans. A lot of money people
Oh my
raised
God.
before this project that came up, that was 135,000. A lot of other monies had disappeared, and every time it was like Egyawan was a valley, a dark
God.
valley. Anytime money passes through him, no result.
Cursed.
Can you ladies confirm that, please?
Yes, Paddy. I was in California. A private donor called me to count $10,000, put in my hand. Abongwa, you say, oh, John Ngyawan's in Nigeria. Oh, he saw these small things he bought. I personally said, I will find somebody to go and carry those things. Till today, we have never, I
So
have
you sent the money
messages.
and then you were finding somebody to go carry them. You actually give
No,
the
no.
10,000.
John Ngyawan says the things are in Nigeria. Every day, how do you buy things that are in Nigeria for 1 year? This Ngyawan, he finds himself around where the money is, but because you know why? He had a man called Abongwa Harrison, who was the one pushing Ngyawan. Abongwa Harrison called me. He can deny. I will call people to come and testify. That's say, John Ngyawan has a bad reputation. Now we are trying to bring him back to the government. Could you please, we need for him to do something that he will look good, so that when he comes, Ambazonian people will like him. Now $6,000 we still give him the money loss between Ngyawan and Reverend Ashon. Them and Eddie Mullah for Mullah Eddie, whatever his name is. The money loss. He just lost. So Ngyawan is a curse. This man has he said something that, oh, God should forgive him for dealing with Dr. Sako. No, God should forgive Dr. Sako for meeting a darkness, because you've brought it, some wolf thing you put on your skin, say be pastor, and lie to Ambazonia that you fall. Well, you know, fine, you be assistant chaplain. Anybody in the cabinet knows that me and John never got along. I call him incompetent because I could see behind him. He
And therefore they
lies.
wanted you out.
Yes,
None
they
of
wanted
them
me
wanted
out.
you because
They took me out. They didn't want me out. They actually took me out. They took me out because when those Ambazonians don't know the truth, Paddy. The truth is that it was March 6th of 2021 that Chris Ann wanted the president to be gone. That is when the real story became. That's a show for another day, but we are here to talk about money. Let me go back a minute. Even this cometa that you see, that one, that's you know how when you just marrying you woman, no, it turn hate this island Gondere, no. That goes in Gondere. During my trip to Boya, every place the president wanted to go, Cometa wanted a ticket to be bought for him. I finally, and the president had just come, trying to make sure that he understands and knows the speaker so they can work closely. I'm saying this not because I'm defending the president, I'm just speaking the truth. I remember we went to California, we bought a ticket, went to California, came back from California to raise money. We go there, the president talks all night. I'm there walking the room. Commentator is on the table, like chairman, cross the lake, drink him, maybe fine, go sleep for bed. Then we come back again, we are going to somewhere. And mind you, I'm paying for this out of my pocket. You can ask them, bring the air tickets you bought for Iringwa. Let them bring them and give you. We are going somewhere again. He wants a ticket bought. The president called and said, oh, chairman is coming. I say, Mr. President, come for Usai. Now you did buy the ticket because you need to come off Ambazona people that money. The president said, you know how the president doesn't talk much. His words are very little. He said, the chairman is coming with us. The chairman is coming. You know how you go make an the chairman is coming up. I tell myself, say, holy. I know if you tell the president, say, no, but I know what you do. I should don't like fold there. I say, oh, president, that price for ticket don't go up plenty, eh? Because I'm not going to tell the president no, but I'm going to find a way to not misuse Ambazonian people's money. And then I call Cometa and say, why are you following Dr. Sako everywhere? If you want to raise money, you go to Boston, he goes to Florida. Isn't that the logical thing to do, Paddy? Why is Dr. Sako going to Florida? You want to go to Florida. Dr. Sako is coming to Texas. You want to come to Texas. No. If you want to help the government, if Dr. Sako is coming to Texas, you go to Boston. Raise money there, he raise money. Not that you just want to follow him, come and sit on the side of the table, they say, chairman. Then it makes sense. I beg, sister, talk, I beg, I don't tire.
And now see why the audio he recorded about you is coming from. Ambazonians, you're listening. Miami, please talk to us. I want us to get now, we'll advance the discussion. We do not have all. We'll make progress. We'll go to the website. We'll talk about what is happening with the account now and what you as chairperson you're planning or you are doing. Amazonians have got to know. Why should they continue to trust you with your money? But first of all, you want to add out with what Ma Irene is saying about how now, as you're adding up, how much has Madame Iringwa stolen from the Treasury since she is there as a co-board member?
Oh, have they said she's
Does
stolen?
you
Because I
have
haven't.
access to the account. Is she also having access to that to those accounts?
No, she has no access to any account. Access was Blaise Che was. Remember, we're talking.
Can you say this before Jesus Christ?
We're gonna come to after. Access was Blaise Che, the treasurer, myself, and all I had was viewing rights and emails so I can do my work. And we had Richard Tango was in there, and we had the former Controller General. The president is not there. Ma Irene is nowhere to be found around there. I want to let the whole of Ambazonia know that, I'm the one who keeps track of all the money that comes in. So I can pretty much tell people about people's financial stand or financial strength in this struggle. Do you see most of these coup plotters? They don't contribute in this struggle. And if they want, I'll put the stuff out there. Some of them owe Mezam $2,500 from 2020 draft, and they still have not paid. They know themselves. I'm not going to give them importance by calling their name here. I want you guys to look back at the phones. People in self-defense know what I'm talking about. Did you ever get your phones? And if you got them, what happened? That's another failed John Igiawan project. Richard knows this, and he knows how much money went into the drain for this. If I'm saying anything false, let him go to, the TV that is privately owned and funded by the people that are not thinking straight. Let him go and clarify there. I have all the records. Remember, guys, I have all the records. I have all the spreadsheets. I'm the one who put them all together. I want Ambazonians to know that first of all, let's talk about this. John Igiawan was supposed to be defense. How did he move into the CID platform onto his administrator? You know who put him there? Dr. Bongwa. Because I'm looking back now, they say hindsight is 2020. I'm looking back now, I'm seeing that these people have had their plans. They've been laying it down slowly, putting people in positions, doing like Richard, contacting people in the back, trying to convince them. A comrade told me that Richard called him and told him that Chris Ano was doing the right thing and was bullying him and making him to try to join the Coopers. So that's how much Richard is in the back. He's that snake, that green snake in green grass that's walking in silence. He thinks he can get away with this. We have him down. Okay, he's not going to drive us to Yaoundé to meet his brother there. We are going to go to Boya because I have all the records. If you want to lie, I'll put it all out there. Some of you activists that are with the Coopers, you don't contribute $1 in this struggle. Or maybe you need $10 for CID. So please, know that Maviki here has your record. So when you're talking, put some receipts out there. Let's see how much you contribute. You're trying to take money from people when you did not put $1 in there. How laughable is that? So I just want to let the Ambazonian people know that truth is truth and lie is lie. I've listened to, the chief coup plotter, his show, and I've heard stuff he has said. And I realized that he's just saying whatever he has to say to grab people towards him. They're all false. I'm sitting in my house and I'm laughing. I'm like, what is this man saying? I know the whole thing. Even the phones. I can pull my spreadsheet and tell you how much went in the hole from John Egawan. I can pull my spreadsheet and tell you how much went on
$60,000.
October 1st on the whole from John Egawan. I can pull it all out if Ambazonia wants to know. So go ahead and follow them at your own risk.
Sis, let me say something,
So
Paddy, before you go on.
yes, Ma Irene, please, you have the floor.
I was just gonna add here, sis.
I
At
would
least
love, I would
your
love
own
them to
even for
bring your
especially
beautiful face,
my own for
Ambazonian
inside
fans.
for head. I know how much money the people are not giving. Somebody sit there and say our money. Which money? You don't give 1 cent. You say your money. Which money are you talking about where you don't contribute? You say our money. Even Paddy here, who is still working, he's paying. Somebody steal our console. My sister, I never know say so ambassador they just empty your head. Some mumu be there for guza. It's a purple room that from gang. Purple room. Say you no get water for your head. Some man go thief with console, thief and so thief. Ambassador put their console go create TV. When they say oh, some useless person go just talk say oh it get right for take the console. Say me they prove them and whatever thing. Come and debate Iringwa on ABC. I'm ready to debate you. For you to open your mouth and say we should prove that somebody took a console. Ma Victoria is the one who went to carry the stuff from Chris Ano. And it's
Yes.
about time you stop talking, calling Dr. Sako's name. Or if you want to call Dr. Sako, leave his wife alone. But you know something? I don't blame them. See, now because the man fine, we get fine president. All man want piece of this president. When I just can't talk and say when I like the man because he fine.
Are
Because
you
all
are
this in
you
our life
saying
for
that
the man.
are you saying that you have a crush because there's a rumor out there about
Mm-hmm.
yes, you're now
Listen, Paddy.
telling
Listen,
Amazonia
listen.
your stuff
Listen and listen
Paddy,
very well.
Paddy, we are
I
married
got married.
women with
I got
husbands
married when I
who
was 18 years old. We are married. We are in love. I will marry the
Ma
same man I
Irene
married.
here knew me
Hmm.
when I met my husband, and he is
Exactly.
listening to me right now. Confident. He knows
Confident we have
where his wife is, and he can
So you
trust that
guys
he
are
will
anytime.
now
eat the
telling
best
us
food at
your
home.
old
So
school days
there's no
romance.
threat,
Listen,
Paddy.
yes.
Let's refocus.
Let me tell you something about Dr. Sako's wife you don't know. She's a confident woman who knows that she is married to a man who loves his wife and doesn't cheat. So one of the things you people should know about Dr. Sako is that he is a happily married man with a beautiful woman and beautiful kids.
Very
He
beautiful.
loves us like sisters in the struggle. We are
That's
like
it.
family in the struggle. But you know, when people have no self-esteem, when people are dumb, they spend time thinking stupidity. You know, when you're empty, right? And all these people, I'm begging these kids, some of you that are being deceived to follow. You see this woman, you see, she looks like a little girl. She has children that are college graduates. So instead of wasting energy, go to
Six
school.
children that were paying CID that they just
Children
cancel.
that
I just asked
children,
to
yeah,
cancel.
children that were paying CID.
Okay.
Our kids were
Yeah.
paying CID. Okay, and they just
We're getting
cancelled.
close to this CID thing. The discussion is getting interesting, and Ambazonians are
Hmm.
watching everywhere on YouTube, on Facebook. We're getting close to 800 only on Facebook and YouTube and everywhere in the world. Just be reminded that for those in the diaspora, you can watch a rebroadcast of this program on our website. And all it would take is for you to subscribe. It's a secure website, and we are in total control. We're getting now to the next phase of this discussion. And this next phase is I just saw someone, Jack Jordan, telling us that the home front would like to know, the home front would like to know how our website, our state website, got into the hands of poopers, coopers, coup plotters, uh, special institutions. The president knows how to pronounce it well. Before I crack my tongue, Miami. That is the property
Institution,
of the Ambazonia Foundation. Meaning you are the boss of that website as chairperson. You're the one Ambazonians have authorized to manage the website. And you woke up one morning and saw a girl, youthful, exuberance, and
you say
she's
exuberant.
excited. That she is the
You say. I mean, I correct you. You say youthful. What?
Ambitious
Talk that grammar for me.
power monger.
You say you want to say exuberant. Exuberant means what? You want not talk so you don't see this man in knees, Munzo in knees, and what if that man you don't see people don't carry La Republic person in knees capital TV say na John Gute in knees we will not know in name. Someone called Marianta. He says youthful exuberant. What did he talk about? Talk grammar we put it here. Say exuberant. Exuberant now what?
Comrade Paddy, the mix your words, I beg
so
you.
how did that happen?
Okay, I'm gonna make it very quick. Irene already said, instead of busy self-defending, because of course they want us to get to Yaoundé, so of course he's not gonna do his job. The former vice president and the chief of self-defense were busy building doing website business, okay? Because they wanted to give contract to you know who. So he was made the administrator of that website. And remember, we work with these people in good faith, right? We did not know they were laying down their plans. Okay, we didn't know that this was a roadmap of some plan to take us to Yaoundé, some plan to form another government and put somebody there who is who always wants to be in the front of everything, be on the mic. And now it's like the best opportunity for their name to be called and the picture put somewhere. But I want people to know that as the chair of the board of the Ambazonia Foundation and Southern Cameroons Foundation, the days of Skakov is over. The days of Ayuk Tabenyang is over, and they're dealing with a different leadership today. They're not just gonna come and steal a website or money and get away with it, because we are going to pursue them and we will get every single dollar that belongs to the Ambazonian people. Rest assured. Thank you.
And let me just add, Vicky, that don't be fooled, because the day will come that the people that you thought will help you will run away. And you'll be there. We have 3 devils that we're dealing with that we did not know. We thought we were working together to go to Boya. But we realized that some people were working to go to Yaoundé. But you see, this God is a good God, Paddy, because God gives you enough time to put yourself in trouble. So, and then he will come. But we are going to tell the Ambazonia people, this Ma Victorine that you see, she doesn't only work, she contributes, she writes checks. She writes checks for this Ambazonia. And we will assure Ambazonia people, Paddy, if it has to do with 2 of us writing personal checks, we're not going to go do a fundraising. We can write the checks. I will make sure that Ambazonia people get justice.
And let me add something, Comrade Paddy, before you go on. I want to say that we've called 2 names here, and there's a 3rd name we're not going to call in the National Treasury. That is the Mami green snake in the green grass. And we were working with this green snake in the green grass, Mama, trusting her just like everybody else. And we finally found out she was the green snake in the green grass, the 3rd green snake in the green grass. And people are sticking their head for irrelevant folks. They're going to find out that when the time comes, the irrelevant people will not be there to help them. because what belongs to the people of Ambazonia will go to the people of Ambazonia. Thank you very much.
Let me add one thing, sis. I heard somebody. I don't listen to audios from noisemakers. Honestly, somebody sent me an audio. Oh, you are my Victory. Watch this audio. We need to hear you, Paddy. We can't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that.
So let me just say
I
this.
was saying that
Somebody
I
sent me
wanted
an
you to
audio.
listen to the audio and you did not listen to it, so I can confirm that. You actually did not.
Yeah, somebody. I don't.
I
I
wanted you to
don't.
hear the
I
crying
do.
baby.
No, I don't. Again, you are obsessed with cry babies. Me, I don't raise three picking them. Why I want to see some picking with this take pacifier, the chopper every day. People they chop pacifier, brum brum brum. You want me to begin listening to them? No, I know they do pacifier babies. But I just want to say this. I heard that somebody said that support Marianta Ngole Ngole Abongwa, the duly elected Ambazonia people. You saw us last week. We're very busy here having our ASSC too, because Ambazonia people have a legitimate government. We know that a group of non donational grandma wife who did not give a dime to this struggle
Non-CID
sat down in a
compliant.
no, I know that one no that grammar too small. I want call in our thing. Men that God say, oh, I hear say Sako do the, I hear say Ma Victorine do the, I hear say God. Now which I meant in that those group of people they went and sat somewhere and said they are forming a new government. But let me make sure you understand this hate for Dr. Sako. It did not start today. They tried it with APNC. It did not work. What is his name? There's that other crybaby in the Restoration Council. Ever since his agenda is Sako must go, Sako must go. He even sent a message, put on your boxing gloves to box. So Ambazonia still have an interim government. The leader of this government is Dr. Samuel Sako Ekome. So please, if you see some little girl running around in a skirt, wearing a La Republique uniform on a flower saying inauguration, on a marriage, whatever that is, we don't know. Ambazonians stay to go to Boya. If you want to go to Yaoundé, the map is so clear. Look at Richard. Now, Ibra will just carry to go put our Didi at the lock and pam. See Blaze chair. Ibra one key patasang. Blaze chair see one thief money gang for Ibra me take and kill with patasang. Now we shall log this.
So we actually had a charade in London. And the sad part about it, which is something I'm recommending that the government should look for a way to hold people just using the name of Amazonia wrongly. You saw a lady doing a nursery, even my daughter's nursery school graduation was better, in her bedroom with a couple of friends. And they said it was an inauguration when a few my young has a good name of those. When a few of those people were saying we don't even have the flag, the Russian picked up a flag, and I hear the man that came from Italy brought some flowers. You know, when you go for graduations in a nursery school, you go with some flowers and things like that. It was shameful. It was quite shameful. That is not the focus of our discussion anyway. I want us to get back to this issue of the website, the CID. When did you notice that the CID that is normally supposed to get into your rightful accounts, someone at the back end? And let me use this opportunity to say this to Bless you. You're a young man. I understand you're doing business in the United States. The Ambazonian Foundation is an organization registered in the United States. You were removed from the foundation, not via clandestine means, not via a ghetto Zoom organized by the national call for this show. I've been told not so. You were removed legally. If you want to protest your removal or dismissal, you should use the law. Now, you are directly connected with the fraud that is taking place on the website. The website does not belong to you. The website does not belong to the girl in the
But
UK.
let me make it really short. He said he was taking instruction from Abongwa Harrison because one of our
Good. So,
comrades.
yeah.
One of our
So he was
comrades actually
taking,
called.
yeah.
So one of our comrades called to say, "What this thing you are doing wrong?" He said he is being told, blessed chair, told one of our comrades in the restoration in the National Treasury that Abongwa Harrison and John Ingiawan. Have you noticed that anywhere
Are the
there's money you
ones.
see Ingiawan? Now why the man don't gain this kind of weight? Because now Ambazana put the money to tip him. He said John a blessed chair, Abongwa Harrison and John Ingiawan were the people giving him instructions on what to do. Yes.
Now, what the game Blessed is trying to play is he assumes that a Gyawan, like you said, has bought a house in Africa from the monies that he took. He's not coming him to the United States any day soon. Now he's assuming that Abongwa is in Europe. Abongwa is in Europe. A Gyawan is in Africa, and therefore he might shift the crime to a ground where it's going to be complicated. No, you are a super admin. Be informed. You can beg with the president. You can plead right now, and perhaps you'll be forgiven. But you have committed a crime against the United States of America, and that is felony. I will ask Mayangni to tell us when you noticed fraud was happening, and what are the immediate actions that are going on right now to curb it.
Okay. So I will not say when I noticed fraud was happening, but the day the fraud manifested itself. You know, fraud has been going, right? They've been laying the groundwork. Do you know the plotters? You know, the people without a dime that are trying to form a government and come and like little rats
Take
to
other
eat our
people's dime.
money. Yeah. The day we were busy trying to build Ambazonia by having a conference, they were busy like little rats trying to pick up crumbs. That was the 10th. They were busy sidetracking our payment platforms to put it somewhere else. They were busy changing things in our websites. But I want to tell them that anybody who was involved in doing that, let them get ready. Did I say that the day of Skakov is over?
Yes, ma'am.
And the day of Tabenyang walking away with our funds is over? We worked too hard.
Yes, ma'am.
Our people are dying because we don't have the funds that some people have drained for October 1st, putting thousands on phones that we don't know what happened, failed projects upon failed projects, little rats coming around and eating our money. That day is over. It's a new dawn, Ambazonia. It's a new dawn.
Yes.
So you are, as a man in the media, I want to hear it.
You
very
like Congosa,
clearly.
but you know get Congosa today for we.
Now, this is the point. I have intelligence from our team that Nanchop, one of the chief's pupas, is watching us with a fake account, a certain Chi Bernard. If you want to watch us, we know that is you watching. We will block you. But if you come as Nanchop, we will not block you. But as Chi Bernard, we don't know that it's not in your birth certificate, so we'll block you. You're getting arrogant,
Comrade Paddy,
and we're going to block you. So,
Comrade Paddy, let Chi
Yes.
Bernard bring the $2,500 that Chi Bernard drafted for Meza in 2020.
1,000 for Momo. I bet 1,000 for
Let Chi
Momo.
Bernard start bringing that money,
Yes.
please.
I bet 1,000 for Momo. I beg you.
We'll talk about important things, please.
More to about imperative. We see, we know this. We know like gossip. We mommy they will get your for cook and my brother. Not begin tell you this
you have
nonsense.
to still tell
Saying
me.
that she
Now, please tell me a little bit more the immediate actions. You see, Ambazonians want to be sure that we know that Lava Storm has money in there that is worth about 100,000 US dollars, if I'm not exaggerating. Is that
Paddy,
money
we're gonna crave your
is that
indulgence.
money
Me, please, I go use a bongo. I want today. A bongo. I say, I beg to crave your indulgence. Nah, sir, I want big for. I beg to crave your indulgence. It's not everything we speak in the public, But Ambazonia, we want you to trust us. I know that the business of Ambazonia people is being handled and being handled very well. Too much noise gives the enemy. I think one of the things we should learn in this revolution is that when we talk too much, Chi Benaro, now you call her, maybe na papa Irene, maybe don't find anything right, papa, one can claim the name Chi, now no. So maybe we the cheese of the world are coming here thinking they will get some information. No, they will not get any information. But we can rest assure you that we are working. This lady is the chief. I am the chief. These two women, like my Victory husband, call us the big girls. Nobody will mess with these girls and the people of Ambazonia's money. That's all we can tell you for now. We will not go any further. So don't keep poking.
And I want them, hey, Comrade Paddy, let them go and create their own payment platforms and raise their own money. I want Ambazonia to know today, the person who kept track of all the money is saying most of those people do not contribute. How do you know? Watch their fundraiser and hear how much they come. They'll use 30 minutes and talk and contribute $50. Go to our own fundraiser by Ma Irene, who officiates those, and hear how much people are contributing. $1,000, 500 here, 1,900 here. Go to theirs. They want our money, like I say, like little rats, but they don't want us. They want our money. They want to take us to Yaoundé, and we are saying we are not going to Yaoundé. Let them go and raise their own funds.
See, so, but they say we are doing voice audio money. If people are not really naive, Paddy, and stupid, you say that Dr. Sako has stolen all their money. And then you are coming, you are crying. What are you crying? You say that Dr. Sako has invested all the money in Bitcoin. Dr. Sako has invested all the money in Bitcoin. Dr. Sako has... How do you sit and manufacture stories about people? How? You just make up a story about somebody.
But since let me add something. I have people who have called me. I have people who have called me and said that they have kids who are lawyers and they have family members who are lawyers. And if a dime of their money is taken by these people, they can go after them. It won't be even us. It will be individuals.
Yeah.
I want individuals to know that if somebody has siphoned your money and you know for sure, you have the right. If you are trying to send your money to A and your money ends up in B, you have the right to say something.
Yep. And so some people say they've shown that the money is not refundable. That's theft. So please, we are telling everybody, let's make sure that we give you some statistics here, Comrade Paddy. The most people that pay CID, come from where? Bali, Nyonga local government, Mogamu local government. We can give you statistics. Mezam County and Momo County. They rock. These are the people that pay CID. We are telling every bona fide child of Momo County, every bona fide child of Mezam, and any other county, cancel your CID. We will be coming out with new platforms. If you don't cancel your CID, the money, you go to your bank and report fraud, because the things that have been changed, the person that you were paying CID was to this interim government. Richard Tango, whatever thing you think you are doing in the background, we know your wife. We know where you live. We have never shown your face. We found your face. You are a real person. You are not a ghost. You are a man with a family, and we can find you. Or we have the pictures. But he's been hiding in the back because he's supporting ADF in Oku. You know, so please, if you see anybody who don't be in a shadow, run. You don't know what they do for back. So these things we're saying here, we're just not talking. We are passionate, Paddy. It's not about me or my Victorine. God has blessed us. It's about the ones that are suffering at home. So when you start depriving our people, our president that comes up with strategy to raise money, he came up with my trip to Boya. You people ate that one. They didn't even want him to do drafts. These same people that are embezzling draft money, they did not want the president to do draft. And then they distracted us so that they can play that thing they play for Limby. I don't know what they call them again. That was a distraction. That was a distraction from them.
For doing that.
And then you accuse the president. How do you go bring somebody to come and steal $135,000? When they started telling you that let's go after the person, you say this whole thing was a scam. And then you go out there and start making like he
To stop us
goat.
from going after the person, he says that it is a scam. Listen, that I'll call that name, permit me. Chris Arno will tell us what parameter he used to identify that it was a scam and when did he know it was a scam. When he knew it was a scam, did he inform the government? Why did he inform the government only when it was late? He will have to explain this to the people of Ambazonia. And if you are assuming, sir, that you might have taken the counsel, you will give that counsel. If you don't give it peacefully, you will give it forcefully. Ambazonians, do you now understand why he has to be whipped? Do you even understand why those who are listening to him would have to be whipped? Because how are you so ignorant? A man tells you in the morning that the president has done this and this has happened, and then in the evening he comes to tell you, listen, I don't even have evidence, and you're listening to him. Are you just excited? Do you just want to be deceived? Now, you that's watching, just type there and say Ambazonia is free. You know, this freedom is, first of all, mental. You know, we need mental freedom. As you continue to tell yourself Ambazonia is free, that freedom becomes a reality in your spirit. And then you stop acting stupid. You just act like someone who is free. You don't allow people that have been set in bondage by Yaoundé to grab you in their bondage. These are men who are living under the paycheck of Yaoundé, desperately. Look at the pressure, the rush in having a president. They did not even know that there are protocols to be respected. Even in the ghetto, you would have mimicked protocols. You defied our constitution, defied all protocols.
Paddy,
First of all,
I'm not cutting you short. I'm just trying to tell you that it was not about Dr. Sako. Please, this whole thing,
Yeah.
Dr. Sako said something that it's about, we want Ambazonians to listen to us and listen carefully. Please, if you're our sisters that are living and you are not joining the revolution, join the revolution. If you want, I was speaking to somebody today. I will not call that person's name. That person, believe it or not, actually is family with one of those people. And she said to me, it's a he, sorry, not a she. He said to me, even those people that are hating Dr. Sako, they are depending on this interim government led by Dr. Sako to free them. So that is the irony, Paddy, is that, you know, when God has given somebody an assignment, but he also put Satan on the way. The Bible said that God did not tell us that, promise us life without tribulations and trials. Ambazonia people, we are facing our tribulations and our trials now. But for some of you, if you have not come out of this thing, more smarter to know that when you see anybody, all that glitters is not gold. Everybody that sings Ambazonia, like our president said, is not going to Ambazonia. We have two distinct paths right now. We have the niece of Monzo Angolengole and the brother of Fayingo and the brother of Konongi Aiji. They have defined their path. We have one person on this side, our president, Dr. Sako, that you heard some people, I don't call this irrelevant. I say, oh, I was talking to everybody. No. The reason you were talking to everybody is because you were the executive assistants to the president. The reason that you were talking to all these people is because the president refused to speak to anyone that was connected to Yaoundé. He refused. So that's why you were talking to those people and you were so relevant.
Mbariku.
I don't call, I don't give relevance to some of these people, so I don't even call their names.
You see, Irene, let me just add up to that. Mbariku said it himself that Dion Gute, Celine Dion, has been trying to talk to him. And the objective has been to establish communication with President Sako. People have left Yaoundé and they have stayed in Maryland for 3 months, in Washington for 3 months, and the president denied meeting them. Now, the only reason we are saying it to you now is because they themselves went to the Yaoundé paid TV and said it to the public. So we are now telling you that they want President Sako out at all costs because President Sako has set the standards high. You see, Ambazonians, we have suffered for 61 years and counting. And we need a leader. Man talk about PG, we go painful for ground. Tell you when they say all or nothing. Mayangni, are we going to get a new website? Or you can assure us that we will reclaim this website?
I can assure the people of Ambazonia that we will use the laws of the land to get everything that belongs to us, the Ambazonia Foundation and the Southern Cameroons Foundation. We spent money to build that. That's the property. That's our property. We're not going to let some riffraffs walk away with our hard labor. If they want to raise funds, they can go ahead, create their own, and raise their funds. We are not in their way. But you know why they're not doing that? Because most of them do not contribute, and I'm speaking from proof. If you want to know how much, I can pull it up for you. Each person, give me your name. So they are crying. Very soon, blood is what is going to start coming out of their eyes, not tears. We will make sure, us in the board, that our property is returned back to us. The only reason they're changing all these things and putting the whoever there is because they had the back end login and they were being helped to do it. And while we were busy doing work for Ambazonia, they were busy, the crookeries running around like little rats. But we are back. Our conference is over. It was a beautiful conference. We were there. We contributed much. And we are ready to drive forward. And we are going to pursue this to the logical end. I want Ambazonia to know that in the days ahead, we are going to come back out and make an announcement of our way forward. We are going to relaunch our CID. For now, we want everybody to go ahead and cancel. If you cannot go in the website and cancel your card. Do not give your money to fraudsters. They don't want us, but they want our money. No, we are not going to give them our money. So that's the word for everybody. If you put your money in the account in Europe, cancel the payments. If you put your money in the account in Australia, cancel your payments. If you put your money through the AmbazoniaFoundation.org, cancel your payments. If you put your money through AmbazoniaGov.org, cancel your payments. If you put your money through cid.ambazoniacitizens.com, cancel your payments. If you just send your money directly through Zelle, that one is fine. If you pay your money through PayPal, that one is fine. They didn't have a way to hack into those. The other ones I just mentioned, go ahead and cancel your payments or go to your bank and say that somebody is trying to siphon your money. Okay, you have the right to do that because
the person's
we are going
picture is showing
to have
there.
proof. We are going to have proof to show that that was done as your backup.
And by the way, you can show the person's picture. She's a thief. She's not part of the board of Ambazonia Foundation. So the Ambazonia should be very clear. The person whose picture is there is a thief. She is not a member of the board of Ambazonia Foundation. No, Southern Cameroon Foundation. So that's what we're saying. Go to the bank. You can persecute them because they are stealing. They are scammers and there is a price you pay for scam.
And
Yeah.
Comrade Paddy, people are getting receipts. You can show your previous receipt and then show this
And the
new
current
receipt
receipt.
to show, yes, to show that some thief has gotten a hold of your money. That's your
Yes.
proof right there. You don't need anything
It's a
else.
proof right there.
2
You don't need
months ago,
anything
your
else.
receipt said this. Today, your receipt is saying this. What's happening?
And then you
I
have a
want you
picture
to
there.
know that we were removed. All our emails were removed from the communication from Ambazonian Foundation. So the con people are the only people now getting emails. They removed our phone numbers. They removed all our emails.
Everything.
That's how much they did. But like I said, the day of Skakov is over and the day of Tabenyang is over. We have a
Paddy,
new
and the
day in
sad thing is that
Ambazonian.
this is going on with the help of Abongwa Harrison.
Yeah.
Abongwa Harrison is the masterminder behind all of this, sitting in the background with John Ngyawan. So now you can tell why he planted Ngyawan and be paying Amit, somebody in Ghana. I have the number and I have correspondent for how much Abongwa was paying Amit. No matter how we try to revamp the CID platform, the president wanted us to take this project. Abongwa would not let us. Abongwa would stand strong on it because Abongwa was planning this.
Was planning for
But
this day.
remember, yeah, he came from ADF. Abongwa Harrison came from ADF. So I don't doubt it.
And
Because
when
I
I
remember
asked
sometime.
Comrade
Yes, go
Richard
ahead.
why John Igyawan was admitted in the CID platform, why we couldn't take him out when we knew he was a Cooper, he says, oh, don't worry about it. He really cannot do anything. He's there listening. I'm not lying. And now,
We're not
but
lying.
I had not drawn the connection. I didn't know then that he was one of them. He told one of a friend of mine I just spoke with the other day that you know who, we don't want to call names that start with a C, was doing the right thing.
Now, just to confirm this, I indicated this. Those working on that website can tell you there's a platform we call the Rapid Response. Sometimes when I want to talk to the former VP and president together, I just drop my comments there. I indicated in 2020, that is before last year, that the behavior of Abongwa is strange. That was towards the end of 2020 when Dr. Tita and I were planning for HSS draft. A lot of things were happening on the website, the CID, and I said it was strange. I could not lay my hands because there were issues with that platform and he wouldn't let, he had a grip on them. So he had projected today and thought, okay, this is going to be my key. Let me have a handle somehow.
Yes.
That's the first thing. Now, coming back to the current state of affairs, Ambazonians, I'm looking at your eyes now. I'll have our mothers talk now so that we can start concluding this program. Refuse to be an Anglophone. They've called us Anglophone for too long. If for some reason you now think that you're a president, you should try to refer the laws because competence of presidency has to do with somebody that understands precepts. You cannot be claiming to be a president and you do not even seem to know that the law does not give you any warranty to have your picture on a platform that does not belong to you. It would have been a smart thing to even start a new one than to get yourself into fraudulent activities, hacking a website that belongs to Ambazonian Foundation, and you have a license as a tutor in the UK. Abongwa, who is a mastermind, has a license as a medical practitioner in Italy. So you have heard, I'm not the one talking. The chairperson is saying that from now onward, it will not be business as usual. And like I recommended yesterday, extreme measures must be employed. We are saying this on air so that Amazonians are aware that it will not be business as usual. The arrogance has got to stop. Now, let's try to round off our discussion. I want to ask this question. How do Ambazonians trust that we are putting a system now that cannot just be hijacked? We've learned lessons. We've seen individuals making themselves emperors, taking the laws into their hands, misappropriating funds, hijacking platforms. What measures are we putting in place to stop this? The president has a success which Ambazonians know today. He has successfully fought. And for the first time in history, Ambazonia has a property that belongs to Ambazonia 100%, no shareholder, and that's ABC Amba TV. Chris Arnold's absence on this platform is a proof that it belongs to you. There were days that you thought it was his, right? No, it is 100% Ambazonian. Not even Dr. Martin Mongwa. No, not even Chairman Amos. Not even me, not even Madam Irene. The institution that has been put in place. No single Ambazonian can own this platform.
Paddy, let me say something, please. The fact that our president is quiet doesn't mean he's weak. That's one of the things that people really fail to understand. We have a really strong leader who thinks ahead and thinks a lot.
No, sis,
the fact that
hold on.
Yes,
sis, wait, let me say something. You know why somebody like John Ebiawan will say he's weak? You know why? Because
no, mommy.
Because of all the stuff he was doing and he was still left there, sis. So when they've been doing all this stuff and they were kept there, even though if the president had removed them, some people in Ambazonia would have said he's a dictator. That's why they say he's weak, because they've done a lot of damage and they were still there. And I hope they are not in any of our forums anymore. I hope they look at it as a weakness. But he's somebody who gives everybody an opportunity until they prove him wrong, like they have done right now. So sis, go ahead. I just wanted to add that in there.
No, sis, but thanks for adding that. So since you've said it all, he believes in you, right? Until you prove him wrong. Because sometimes I personally don't trust, because I'm the one that took all of us to the Ethics Commission. It was me. I reported all of us. That is your question, or because there are things that are not working right. But when they call us, the three plotters that are, it says that word with that Italian, for that place will be part of Boston, go for that north, and that mafia people, them. The three mafia people, they refuse to show up. One of them even said, until my director tells me to go, I will not go. The same Tiny Eno that left. Please, Mr. Tang, if you are watching me, I beg my people, they say can't pay the 3,000 you pledge for drive, you never pay. Because my people, they say you don't pay, you never pay, you can't pay them. The Tang that left and said that it was because he was too busy. Now he's on ABC, on a whatever nonsense he listening, talking garbage. You know, people, one of the things that I really want, Paddy, my father said something that people don't know a real person until you fall out with somebody. That's when they know the true character of a person. Wow, it's really become true. Because my dad said to me growing up, Victoria and I have been friends for over 30 years. My dad said, when you fall out with Victorine tomorrow, don't come spilling all the nonsense, including lies, because that shows that you are nothing but a fool. I've seen so much of that in Ambazonia that is funny. My dad said they don't know you and your character until Irene does not talk to Paddy anymore, and Irene goes running her mouth like Daria. That's when you know the tests of Irene. And that's what I've come to see in this struggle. The fact that our president doesn't respond to this doesn't make him weak. It gives him strength. How do you tell me that you call yourself a man honestly, a man, if you are a man, because some people in this are hermaphrodite, they wear dress, it is not people them now hermaphrodite them. Because if you are not a hermaphrodite, if you be man, you go call some man every day. Maybe you call him for your dream. The person need to respond. You see, calling people who know they are hate, like from Gambito Guzan village.
Ma Irene,
Because you don't even
just a
call some
moment.
man.
Just a moment. Let me explain this. Listen, this man that she's talking about, he now knows who Dr. Sako is. Now, the only reason he calls the name, I know how to decode it and I simplify it so that we understand. I just told you he's a weak man. The only reason he is calling the name, it's a way of support. They say support system. He wants to prove to.
No, Paddy, you're taking words out of my mouth. I didn't call anybody's name. I said there are so many hermaphrodites that live among us. I didn't call anybody's name. I said there are so many hermaphrodites that are wearing pants. And you think that they are people because only that monkey the way they work for row, if you chop banana, and they chop and say even the banana you don't chop and finish, that chop they can finish, you still find the banana. Now only that monkey they fit chop palm like that, right, sis? Because who is normal?
Sis, now green snakes in green grass. That's how they call them.
Thank you.
Because I work with some there for National Treasury. I wake up one day, I look inside the grass, and I see the snake then for day. Man, I said, now let Ambazonian struggle go make man see wonders. I don't see.
We don't see our own sister.
So you look at what is happening.
Unbelievable.
Right, they want to prove to their audience that we are still in control. And therefore, they will talk even when they knew they shouldn't have. So, my young, you have listened to the audio, your friend.
Since you listen,
and but you have been described. You were highlighted in that.
Now the last one that says that umbilical cord get to be cut off.
Cut it, sister.
Now the point
just
is,
click delete.
I want us to talk about that before we get to the discussion. You are highlighted in that audio as a fraudster. Now, the you that has done donations to that individual, you were described as a certain Victorine Youngme. A few days ago,
the one that he doesn't know.
I know.
A certain Victorine Youngme that went to our studio to collect our equipment under his supervision. Now, as chairperson, Ambazonians would like to know if you have to stop this nonsense, because this is character assassination. It can be qualified as such. And also the fact that we need to put Ambazonians on track. We cannot allow a madman continuously take our people the wrong direction. Do you think you can do something about that?
Comrade Paddy, as the chair lady of Ambazonia Foundation and Southern Cameroons Foundation, I would let you know this. I have a lot of stuff on my desk. I have a lot of stuff. I don't have time to chase one little rat.
Okay. That is so, sister.
I'll chase the big dogs. Okay. We will do what, not I, this foundation will do whatever it takes to collect every dime. And I'm not mixing my words here. Look, I've been in this country for a long time. I know the laws. And I'm a law-abiding citizen. I know exactly where to go and get what. We are going to work. If anybody is sticking their neck for whoever they're sticking it for, let them think again, because when it comes and raining down on them, they will have nobody to blame but themselves. Hey, if you know what the right thing is to do, take that picture out of that website, reinstate all those phone numbers and email address, walk away, go and create your own whatever you want to create and raise your own funds. But as long as you take $1, if that email notification that used to say, thank you for donating to Ambazonia Foundation, this and that, now has switched to something else. I'm telling the people of Ambazonia and well-wishers who are helping us with CID, keep that. That's your
We
evidence
already have
that
some.
somebody has tempered with, sorry for my English here. Somebody has
No, ma'am.
done something to your payments. That's your proof right there. My daughter got one. That's your proof right there that somebody has done something against your money, that you can take it anywhere. We have laws. We are not in Africa here where if you have an uncle somewhere, you can do whatever you want. We are in a law-abiding country. We know our rights, and we are going to pursue this to the full length of the law. We will go after anybody who takes 1 penny that belongs to the Ambazonian people. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Ambazonians that are watching, just keep typing moment of truth. Ambazonia is free. Moment of truth and Ambazonia is free. We're going to conclude really very soon. But before we do that, Irene, I want you to talk to us. Give us some details. You're at the center forward of resource mobilization. And we know that the project at hand is Lava Storm. What is happening? What should we be hoping for? I'm not talking about strategy, defense strategy, because that's not your business. I'm talking about these funds that we're having issues of funds, and a lot of those who are inspired by Dr.
Please
Sako's
let me
leadership
correct. Let me
are
make
willing to
some
give
corrections,
themselves.
please.
Yes, go ahead.
Let me make some corrections. Our bank accounts are well saved. We've told to the areas that Lava Storm, by the way, thank you for, I'm so sorry that I don't have the figures because we've been rushing to, but when we come out next, we will tell you how much money we've raised in Lava Storm, because the money has come in and has come in really well. We are going to continue to raise money for Lava Storm. Please, we've told you 2 things that we really want to push. The reason that we use ABC platform for Lava Storm is, number 1, to make sure that we are promoting ABC. So for everyone who is watching ABC now, if you have not yet registered, just please do so. Lava Storm is doing well. The funds are coming in. We will be coming up very soon. We want to just make sure Ambazonia people know that those of you who contributed to Lava Storm, we want to thank you. We want to let LGA people know, if a dime of your money is missing, call Richard Tango, call Bless Chair, the other snake, we will not call them. If you need their personal addresses, email, or their wives' emails to send them letters to your lawyers, those of you who have already sent me money for legal fees that I did not even ask, thank you, because the money is coming in for legal defense. I didn't even ask. People are saying, Ma Irene, it is time we stop this. Let's go the legal way. We will, as Ma Victorine says, no dime of Ambazonia will be missing. We are not going to sit here and talk a lot. We are women that do work and talk little about the work we do in the back. Trust me, we've had some sleepless nights, but the president is fully briefed on everything that we have been through and we have worked hard for. And we are telling you, if you are no longer a board member, we have taken, including Richard Tango knows, that we have taken members of the board when we realized that they had gone to Kondangi. We took members out of the board. So if board members vote, we vote and we have a quorum. So we're not doing anything that we don't do right. So if you are taken out of Ambazonia Foundation board, be like the other people, go. But for Abongwa Harrison, I hope that he's watching, or anybody around him is watching. Abongwa Harrison, shame on you. You are a disgrace to the people of Mezam. I am so proud of Bamenda people for putting you out of their local government. Because what Abongwa Harrison has done is betrayal like no one has ever done before. Somebody cannot bring you to work with him and take you like a brother. You sit in front of Ambazonia people, you lie. You call him my mentor, my brother, but you are stabbing him in the back like you did, forming another government like you did, Abongwa. How low can you have gone? We knew that you had ties to La République du Cameroon anyways, but for you to have done what you have done, it's disgraceful. It is disgraceful. Again, like my sister said, they are green snake in green grass. But we are begging the people of Ambazonia, stay focused. Please, if you are trying to go to Boya, you know what path to follow. Follow the path of truth and go to Boya. If you know that you want to go to Kondangi, go with Abongwa Harrison, go with Richard Tango, go with Blessed Chair. They are very connected and they will put you connected there. So you know what, but please, if I'm begging every Ambazonian watching me, stop calling nonsensical names. You are wasting energy. If you have 1 minute to forward something about somebody that is not necessary, use that second to raise money for your county or your local government. We just came out from our strategic conference last week. We are going to make sure we help build the LGAs and the county. But like you've heard from the president of Ambazonia Foundation Board, she will not let any stone go unturned. And you've heard from me, I'm the deputy secretary right now. We will not let any stone go unturned not to get justice for our people. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You still didn't tell us how we are going to start keeping the money and details of how the money can be mobilized for those who are redeeming their pledges. Are you saying that they have to use ABC Amber TV platforms to redeem the pledges for
Yes.
Lava Storm?
Yes. So
Now
last time,
what?
remember when we started
Okay.
that project, we said that everybody, for those who have pledged, the good thing is that thank you so much, Comrade Don, for sending me your $1,000 yesterday. I'm waiting for everyone that pledged. The money is coming. It's coming. We're not losing any money. Ambazonian people are contributing. They know who their president is. They know who is doing the work on ground zero. They know who is feeding the people. So yes, we are going to continue using ABC platform for Lavastam to recover all the money. We will be coming back, like my sister already said, to let you all know our way forward with our other payment platforms. Our website has been stained with blood. Please, Ambazonian mothers, go to the prayer house so that we can be cleansed. Because anything that is stained has to be re-cleansed, and it can only be done through prayer and fasting. So I'm begging Ambazonian mothers, please go back to the house to pray and fast. Because even when we get that website, we have to cleanse it. It's been stained with blood from La Republique du Cameroon.
Ma Victory Yangni, what has been contributed so far? You have just announced to us that you are the one who checks is our money. The president, I'm not too bothered about the CID, even though you cannot leave any stone on the sideway. The president said the CID is just about 1% of all that Ambazonians donate. Now, what has been donated thus far, if I have to put the figures together, it is huge. Are you saying that our money for Lava Storm is safe? Can you assure us that that money, after the installation on the 26th, if the president has to start execution of Lava Storm 3 and sends in requisition, you'll be able to pay him?
Of course. We know
We
our
just paid some.
priorities. We know our priorities ground zero, so work is not going to stop on ground zero, Comrade Paddy. But
Yes.
Ma Irene, I heard what you said, and I want to say that we are all humans, and Ma Irene and I have known each other before I even met my husband, before I had a child, and my kids are
You
grown
guys
and
want to go back
working.
to the
Okay,
romance?
they're even
Go ahead. We are
contributing to
watching.
CID. Yes. My youngest son is still in the house here, and today he asked me, Mom, I heard you you sounded worried. What's going on with Richard? That's how much I've worked with Richard. I'm not talking about my Irene because we work, so that's a known fact. I want to talk about Richard. I want to say that from a human standpoint, put everything aside, I am really saddened, guys. If I don't say that today, I'm lying. When they say somebody has let you down and let the Ambazonian people down, it's Richard. I worked with Richard as a brother, as a friend, as a comrade of this struggle. I trusted him like you trust anybody you work with. And when I finally heard that all requisitions have to go through the Restoration Council, I don't honor any requisitions. It hit me like a ton of bricks. I could not believe it. I still can't believe it. To think that all this while I'm working with somebody, I thought we were riding to Boya, and this person was riding but to Yaoundé. It's a sad moment for the people of Ambazonia. But thank God for the conference. Like I said, Comrade Paddy, that conference, while we were busy strategizing on how to move our struggle forward and liberate our people, our suffering women and children, they were busy hacking websites and siphoning our money. And it's a sad thing for us. But you know what? We came out of the conference reawakened, and we are ready to work. I want us to put some of this craziness behind us and get to work. Everybody, tighten your seatbelts. Get to your own little corner and do your work. Okay?
Thank you.
Do what you are best at. If you are with self-defense, do self-defense. If you are an activist, do activism. Stop wasting time with this no name people, no little rats who are running around to eat our money, because those of us in the foundation, we will handle the rats. Go ahead and do your work. I want to call on our brothers and sisters out there. I've been called by several people. I'm going to put it on the table today. I've been called by several people. Remember, the true treasurers in the National Treasury, they are with the Coopers. Our SOS of the National Treasury is with the Coopers. And even the former Controller General who had access to the account is with the Coopers. So that left me as somebody who had access. And I only had viewing access, guys. I never disbursed $1. I want that to be known today. I only had access to order to verify payments. So they were trying to get me. Let me lay that out right here. I've gotten multiple calls. They are busy calling people, guys. They are busy calling people, trying to pull them to their side. This is their buzzword. What do you think about what is going on now? And after they've called me several times, and several of them have called me, I'm not going to call their names, they know themselves. They realize that this Maviki here is not to be played with. I don't play games, guys. I don't play games. Ma Irene, you know me. I'm a straight shooter.
Yeah.
I don't twist this way. I don't bend. They know me at work. If I say A, it's A, B is B. I don't twist words. I don't lay in bed with fraudsters. I'm a straight person. That's why I can't believe I was working with green snakes in green grass, and I gave it my 150%. But they know my work ethics, and they know me very well. They know how I stand. They know that I'm not somebody you can shake anyhow. And I know my rights. I know the rights of the board. I know what we are capable of. I know our intellectual properties out there, and we will get them all. Rest assured, we will. Thank you. And one more thing. Everybody who has been fooled, everybody who has been who did not know what these people stand for, who have been called in the back and filled with junk, you now know the truth. Come back home. We will embrace you. We have friends and families like yourself who has been taken to some other parts where they don't belong. Come back. We will embrace you if you come with a true heart, if you come with a clean heart, if you come and say, you know what, I thought it was something, then like Dr. Tita did, and I found something else. Come on, because why are we here? We just want to free our people. I live in the United States. My life is fine. Comrade Willie said it to you guys. I'm living my dream life right now. Not that is what I was working for. It just so happened. I worked very hard to
Amen.
get here. I've been blessed by the good Lord. I have nothing to ask from anybody. I'm in this struggle because I love my people. I think of all the people I left behind. I want everybody to enjoy the same thing, have the same opportunities. Let their kids finish school like mine and have jobs, Comrade Paddy. That's all why I'm here. I'm not here for anything else. And I have no reason to stand here and lie or say or follow the Coopers. That is not the reason why I joined this struggle. That is not. That's why I'm here. I'm pleading with our people. See the light. Come where the light is. President Sako Ekome is taking us to Boya. And the rest of these people, they're taking you to Yaoundé. Don't wake up tomorrow and say you did not know. Now you know. Thank you.
Okay, it is said that a word to the wise is sufficient. Irene, talk to us something before we round off.
You know, Paddy, I just first of all want to say, people, I hear that Ma Irene has embezzled money. Please, if you're watching me today and you've heard that, no, I don't need to embezzle money. Like Ma Victorine said, we have been blessed. We have hard-working women. We came to this country, work hard, put ourselves through school, and we've been blessed and married to men who can provide for us. You know, we are so blessed and so lucky to be professional women and find time for this struggle, not because it's about us. I have classmates that their children are home. I have a 28-year-old, he's a doctor. That's my last child. Even if I couldn't work today, I have kids that can take care of me. That's how blessed some of us are. So, but when you are blessed and your people are suffering, you have nothing. You know, when people really hear from Richard to say, Dr. Sako, Dr. Sako borrowed money. Borrowed money from where? To do what? Richard Tango, how can you lie like that? When people hear from Abongwa Harrison, oh, Dr. Sako did this, how can you lie like that? We are not here to talk because we are supporting Dr. Sako. If Dr. Sako is not the rightful president today, that Ambazonians, real Ambazonians, had gone through our constitution and say, you know what, we are giving another president, we will respect and still work hard. The thing that we are here, Paddy, is the truth and the truth. Not because somebody has hated some person, because all this is hate originated from Evis Kometa. This is what it is. It is hate. Dr. Sako is the president of the Federal Republic of Amazonia. Our constitution says so. So whatever side little things people are forming with what, or they are getting married in the garden with flowers, I don't know what it is. But like Ma Vicky said, is here come the bride. What kind of flowers are that, sister? Mama, give me that kind of flower. If you throw her for you face it there, see, but me I go back for talk to her. Talk. We are here to tell Ambazonians. If you hear Richard, we used to chat, Paddy. I think that's the sad part of it. Till like 3 o'clock in the morning, we were conversing. We thought this was our own brother, sharing strategies, doing this, thinking that we were going home. So when you see some of these people go now and start talking, why didn't they talk? Richard Tango has not come to a cabinet meeting. Like Ma Victorine said, I would complain. Ma Victorine says, sees he has a job. Somehow I see these things faster. I've seen things. I've even called Pastor Commando. Say, Pastor Commando, can you pray about this? But Patty, it's all because of this struggle. I want to guarantee Ambazonians, if you are watching us, we are not here because we lack things to do. We are here to make sure you understand the truth that our president, Dr. Samuel Sako Ekome, does not know any bank account of Ambazonia people. He sends his requisition, we call him. Unlike before, maybe somebody paid. No, I'm calling him and calling Maviki. And we go through it. and we approved it. Paddy, yes, we have approved 2 requisitions that are going down to ground zero, because the reason we are in this fight is for ground zero. I want to ask people, if you for 2-3 months, if you are calling Dr. Sako every day, have you affected ground zero? Except maybe calling the fighters to go and join the unity force and get killed. If you are any fighter on ground zero listening to us now, we are your mothers. We are your mothers. We are your sisters. We are your aunties. Please stay with us. Stay on the right path to freedom. We joined this struggle because we wanted to go to Boya. If you need to recharge, that's okay. But please, please know that ABC TV will tell you the truth. Your president is working diligently to make sure that you go home. But if you choose that you are tired, please stop tarnishing people's reputation. And please, if you are a real man and a man, grow up and remove that pacifier from your mouth and throw. Because only beginning the line bomb bomb. Mommy don't beat me. Mommy don't beat every day. Your mommy the beating every day. Now that kind of beginning they never ever grow. So Ambazonia people, stay on the side of truth. Let me make sure you know one thing. All of you, you can cartoon Iringwa till you drop dead. I'm still in my big house. I'm still driving my 550. You have taken nothing from me. So don't waste your energy on some woman who doesn't know that you exist. Because
Sis, do they
if you are
know that
all
your
on the
husband doesn't care about all that crap? Your husband
sis, they don't
doesn't.
even know.
Your man
Sis, they don't know that
trusts you, sis. He know
I
you.
got married to this
Let
man
them
when he
get
was
out.
23 years old. So let them
Let
keep
them
it
keep
up.
wasting time.
Keep wasting energy. Just keep wasting your energy. But through Ambazonia, please, on ABC, I'm begging all of us, stop writing about people who don't matter. You're giving them relevance. Stop commenting about them on Facebook. You're giving them relevance. When you call their name, you are giving them power. Stop empowering them. Just make as if they don't exist. You be like your president. Dr. Sako doesn't call their names. How would somebody say, "Oh, Dr. Sako has lost weight"? Are you his wife? Oh my God, how can you be obsessed with a man like this? Grow up. If you are done fighting, stay where you are. Leave those of us who are fighting. And for those of you with little minds, stop being corrupted. And none of you should call my phone to say, "I hearsay," because I don't do hearsay in my life. Ambazonia, we want to thank you for letting us be in your living rooms today. We really want to thank you for giving. Please, please, we've helped us. Let's help our brothers. You saw them eating. You saw them with food. The Bible says, "Unto whom more is given, more is required." Let's keep giving. Let's not be tired. But make sure you are giving to the right places. Don't go and give it to John Gute's niece because John Gute has already stolen enough. Don't go and give it to Munzo's niece because Munzo has already stolen enough. And don't go and give it to Federalists because we have not lost this many lives to go to some stupid federation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Vicky, do you want to give a roundup? Let me conclude.
My roundup is that I want to give, I know we should have started with this. I want to give a 150, 200. How many else we can count? Gun salute to our brave self-defense warriors. You see how the people of Ukraine are doing, right? You have the right to defend yourself. That's why we are here. You have the right to defend yourself. And I say to people, if somebody knocks your door down and starts beating up your family, are you going to sit down and watch? No. You have the right. Self-defense is a human right. So you have the right to defend yourself. And that's why us, your mothers, we are here to support you. We don't fear anybody. We respect humans. We are ready to walk with you, fight with you, have sleepless nights just to make sure you get what we know you can have, just to make sure you get what you deserve, just to make sure you get the same kinds of stuff we see around where we are right now. There is no reason why Ambazonia is not a mini United States in Africa. There's no reason. We have the human resources. We have the physical resources. We have everything that we need. We have a visionary leader called President Sako Ekume. Stay with him. He is laser focused. He doesn't have time for detractors. We are the ones looking around to make sure that your resources stay where it needs to go, meaning defend home front, not in the hands of coup plotters. So please, if you want the team that is winning, the people that are focused, the people that have records, that can put it out there, if you need it, come with us. If that wasn't the case, I will not be here. I don't stand for untruths. And Comrade Paddy, please, like I've told you, I don't have time. The board does not have time to be chasing around rats. Okay, little rats. We have big things to do. We have to free our country. So thank you. I don't want to listen, just like I did with a poem. I don't want to listen to any of these things. I don't want to hear about them. I don't want to see them. They can get busy chasing me down, calling my name any sort of way. They know me very well, so they should stop pretending that they don't know me.
Thank you,
They know
sis.
I'm doing fine. And I'm going to go
Very
after
fine.
Ambazonia's intellectual property, physical property, any kind of property. We will go after it. Thank you. I want to thank everybody who has been watching. I want to thank all our supporters. Please, there is nothing as good as your LGA. Go and register and stay with your LGA. Grassroots, that is what has glued us here. If President Sako did not set up LGAs and counties, we would have been in Yaoundé by now. So if you know what's good for you, go to your LGA, contribute your money there, wait for us to relaunch CID, and then we will keep marching. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you very much, our beautiful, I would say, I prefer the word elegant, eloquent, brave mothers who have come, sacrificed the time Irene was planning to go cook some arrow. I hope I
Me
can set up
too.
my
I still have
Bluetooth
to cook
radio.
for my husband.
I know we have to cook for our husband. We are housewives, so
I have to make sure that I open my Bluetooth and get some reception before the end of today. So I want to say thank you all for joining, ladies. Thank you for dedicating this time. Fellow Ambazonians, you have heard them. You have heard your mother speaking. So just say bye-bye to Ambazonians. Say bye-bye to Ambazonians. And I want us to talk for 5 minutes, Ambazonians, as we round up. Let us think again. For 1 more minute, just think again. Look at what has happened. Look at what has been said. Combine everything that has been said together. Look at it very closely. Think about it for 1 minute. You have all the time to think. This is what has happened. Our people have fabricated stories. Take all of what has been said here today, compared with what has been said before out of this platform. Put it together. Tell them to come with evidence. Don't be a fool. Don't listen to anyone that cannot give to you evidence.
Yep.
Tell them that we are requesting for evidence. Without evidence, don't have any discussion with them.
That's right.
And if they think that they were giving CID money, let those that want to give money to Marianta continue giving. Those who want to give it according to the vision of Dr. Sako can cancel until a new platform is given. That's a clear message. And no crying baby should be crying. If you knew that you could generate funds, don't cry. Don't incriminate people and force them to cause a felony by asking them to go steal Ambazonians' money. Now that they have been caught, they are in a soup, in a boiling pot. Ambazonians, we didn't want to call the name, but somebody who wanted to steal money has been caught. just have that as a glimpse of the whole truth. That is what I reserved for the end. Yes, someone has been caught. Yes, someone has been caught. And that is it. On this note, I am asking us, I'd like to know if the studio is there so that they can react to what I'm saying. On this note, I think we should say goodbye and good night.
Thank you. Thank you, Patty. Thanks for having us. Thanks for everything you do.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ambazonians, for watching.
Thank you, Paddy. You
Thank you.
are.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks for the opportunity. Bye, everybody. Home front, keep it up. We are with you.
Yeah, na
Thank
cafe
you.
day up. Thank you.
Yep.
Amazonians don't. I think even the producers don't want us to end this program because they just don't want us to end. And Ambazonians are watching. Somebody actually wanted us to have some course, but then we have chosen that there will be no call. You know, Ambazonians are actually very excited with the turnout today. I'm just receiving some screenshots of what people are saying and what people are doing and all of that. So it's quite interesting. Just a moment, let me liaise with the studio and get us out of here. Okay, we're gonna take some calls. I'm trying to liaise. I don't know if you're listening to me. Someone wanted to indicate. I think we're having some technical issues at the back end there to interrupt something. We're gonna take call from somebody that wanted to speak right now while waiting. I'm sure this person would like to talk. Irene, are you people getting me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. We'll take some calls. You have the numbers. You can call in and make some contributions. The number, please get the number. The number to call in and make a contribution to this discussion is +1. WhatsApp calls only, please. +1 305 515 5170. +1 305 515 5170. You can call very briefly and make your contribution as we get the stuffs arranged.
I think my Irene is frozen.
Yeah, she's off, but that's okay. I'll take the questions before we leave, and
express my sincere gratitude to you for what you are doing. Keep it up. And I want to pivot to Comrade Maringwa and Maviki. I just want
so
to...
you're Mayor Kari, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, this is Mayor Kari. I am the Deputy Defense Secretary for the Federal Republic of Ambazonia, under one and only President of the Republic of Amazonia, His Excellency Dr. Samuel Ekome Sako. And so, Maviki and Marin, thank you for all you do. Fellow Ambazonians, as a person in defense, I have faith in what these women do. I have faith in what it means to belong to a structure, that is transparent, that is accountable. And that's all that I want to encourage all of us to do. Please, please, go back and register with your LGAs. Go back and support the defense efforts at the level of your LGAs. Fight within your county, our fellow fighters. If you go out of the structures that have been established, you are straying.
Yeah.
If you go out of the structures that are in place, you are making an error. You are putting your lives in the hands of individuals who cannot be accountable for you. You have an LGA that is made up of, your LGA chair, you have the vice, you have the secretary general, you have the treasurer at the level of LGA, and so on and so forth. You have so many people who can attest to you that your funds that are being the funds that are being raised to support you are in the right hands, and you know the people who are at your LGAs. They are your neighbors, they are your sisters, they are your brothers, they are people with whom you have done business. Would you rather trust them or trust an individual out there who is speaking for himself, who cannot come up and tell you exactly, who cannot render an account to you about what is going on? We, yes, we in the self-defense, we have been burned just like most of us Ambazonians. We have learned from that. Now we know where the fire is. Our promise to you is that we are going to fix what is not working right, and we are going to improve on what is working right, and we are going to deliver for you, the people of Ambazonia. Thank you very much. I don't want to take up much time. That's the little contribution I wanted to make. And a year.
Okay, thank you very much, Mayor Kare, for doing this. If the studio if the studio is okay. I'm picking the next caller. Yes, hello, caller. Yes, you're calling with a video. Are you comfortable with that?
Yes.
Yeah, where are you calling from? Yeah, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Guangwan.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Congratulations, these two, and I want to congratulate you for the well done job.
Yeah.
I want to inform you that you are really on the right channel and you are giving out the right information.
Thank you.
We should believe in Ambazonia.
Oh, wow.